Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Listen here, this is a fact of life. I be rapping like Nat Turner came back to life. Grab Donald Trump by the pussy, he ain't acting right. I never run from a conflict, I be glad to fight. It's a very cold world that we live in. Somebody please tell Elizabeth you're not an Indian. You just trying to con them people to get the benefit. Just another immigrant, stealing from the Indians. That's some punk ass shit and that's too lame. Now we finna step over to Andrew Yang. And you a sucker, you can never speak for black folks. Fake ass pandering, trying to get the black vote. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You know your boy be high off sativa. Kamala wasn't popping, so we said bye, Felicia. She ain't had a right policy. We ain't trying to meet her. Y'all can take Biden too. Bye, we don't need him. We don't need Roland Martin or that coon Al Sharpton. Didn't need Cory Booker from the start, man. I don't fuck with police and no snitch. You know I'm coming with the heat when I spit it. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. If you ever go to court and this is your luck, try not to get fucked by Benjamin Crump. I know it's hard. You and all go is hard. But who the fuck is Amy Cloak? Put her picture up on the bullseye and start throwing darts. People cut our organs out our bodies, that's a stolen heart. They can't save us from the flood like Noah's Ark. Black lives always matter, we finna go for ours. So then we savages, we don't need to pot the piss. Mike Bloomberg can suck dick with that stop and frisk, bitch. You ain't speaking for us, we don't know you. Bernie Sanders, they get your funky ass on too. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me.
I'm talking about shout it going crazy. People going crazy in this motherfucker. Run that shit back, man.
But it's nothing. Nothing. Got a woman on the bed. Man made the car. Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electrolyte to take us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water like the 7-millimeter. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy. And man makes them happy because man makes them joy. But after man make everything we can, do you know that man makes money? To buy from other men. This is a man's world. But
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Front Line Blacc News. We're coming to you live from the Mile High Income City of Denver, Colorado. Okay, we're waiting for our personnel, to get off into the studio, and we're operating on some lousy acoustics tonight.
Sorry, Shabaka.
All right, how am I sounding?
You sound clear on my end.
Okay. All right.
I gotta play this intro again.
Okay.
I'm talking about shouting going crazy. People going crazy in these motherfuckers. Run that shit back, man.
But it means nothing. Nothing about a woman on a day. Man made the car. Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electrolyte to take us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water. Like the seven no meter. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy. And man makes them happy because man makes them joy. But after man make everything we can, do you know that man makes money? To buy from other men. This is a man's world.
Greetings, Black family. Greetings. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Front Line Blacc News. I'm your host, Chan Krummer, and we are joined with our West Coast correspondent, Shabaka Sankori, Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, which I'm the co-executive producer and co-host of. And Lady Che is also joining us. Shabaka, welcome to the Mile High Income City. Shabaka? Shabaka must be having some technical difficulties. Shabaka, are you there? Shabaka? What's going on with Shabaka? Thank you for tuning in. This is season 3, episode 49, part 1 of the Frontline Blacc News. And we'll be discussing several things. The first thing is tangibles. This is the year and the decade of tangibles. So continue to demand something tangible for your vote. All the way up to 2100. So tangibles 2024 up to 2100. Then we got Jim Crow Biden State of the Union Address 2024, where Black people promised anything or even mention. Joe Biden State of the Union Address Laccs Focus on Black America. We got Charles Barkley says Black Americans are walking away from Democrats because they do nothing for us. And then we got State of Black America report discovers voters are starting to wake up and not vote unlike before. And that damn Mark Thompson foolish male running for North Carolina governor says black people owe reparations. Then we got Democrats worried about New York Times poll shows black voters went from 4% to 23% for the dump as in human shit. And we want to make that perfectly clear. And then we got Representative James Clyburn says black reparations are impossible to implement. Okay, there you are, Shabaka. I can hear you now. Shabaka? Shabaka? Oh, Shabaka gonna pass out. Shabaka? I can't hear you, Shabaka. Shabaka? Did you fall asleep, Shabaka?
Hello?
Shabaka,
Yeah.
are you on the StreamYard? Like, I see you in the studio, but I don't hear you.
Okay. All right. Let me unmute the mic because I was looking for another patch for it, man. You know, for the hot spot.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I left the motherfucker, man, in Las Vegas. Okay. All right. So we'll do the best we can.
Okay, Shabaka.
All right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna get started with the tangibles. Hey, Chase, you have something to say before we get to the tangibles? Okay, go ahead, Lady Chase.
Fucking forgot it.
Okay, Shabaka, are you here now?
Okay. All right. I'm right here. Okay. Okay. So what's the topics?
Went over the top of the list.
Okay.
So we got tangibles, starting off with the tangibles. This is the year and decade of tangibles. Tangibles 2024, 2100.
Right.
Instead of the Union Address 2020, where black people promise anything or even listen. Joe Biden stated the Union Address Laccs focused on black America.
Right.
Charles Barkley says black men are walking away from the Democrats because they do nothing for us. State of Black America report. Starting to wake up and not voting like before.
Right.
And that damn Sambo Rambo, Butter Biscuit, Cap Shewin, Mark Tongue, foolish male running for North Carolina, North Carolina governor says black people owe reparations.
Oh, that bastard. Okay. And what do black people owe reparations for?
It makes no sense about it. Then we got Democrats worried about New York Times poll shows black voters went from 4% to 23% for Trump, or the dump, as in human shit. And we want
to make that perfectly clear.
Then we got Representative Jim Bojangles Clyburn says black reparations are impossible to implement.
Okay. Well, he's just being a sycophant, you know what I'm saying, and what have you. And what needs to happen, man, is like you say, is simply don't vote for these tricks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And putting it out there and making it plain, man. You know.
Yeah.
making it plain. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yes. Can I please run the show, ladies?
Well, you're not really. It's kind of tiring. So
No,
what we do?
buddy.
Are we tangible?
No, buddy. Okay, so
Right.
we're gonna do the tangibles.
Hmm.
So again, like I said, this is a year and a decade of tangibles. Continue to
Right.
be tangible for your vote.
Hmm.
2100.
Yep.
So
Pretty much.
2019, our good brother by the name of Tariq Nasheed came up with the hashtag tangibles2020. And
Hmm.
he was detailing everything that foundational Black Americans, descendants of American chattel slavery freedmen, were going to
Right.
do from the political system.
Right.
Uh, Nothing has changed except the year. Everything else remains the same.
Exactly.
So,
You know.
so instead of 2020, then change it to 2024, but everything else remains the same.
Yes, sir. You know.
24 presidential elections are coming up, and
Hmm.
foundational Black Americans are going to reject the 50-year-old malign neglect policy that has been implemented by the political system.
Right.
Malign neglect policy mandates that Black Americans should be ignored and only mentioned in vague and non-specific terms.
Right.
Foundational Black Americans and the groups of minorities, immigrants, people of color, etc., has only hindered the progress of Black Americans as a group while providing tangible benefits for other groups. In this
Yep.
election cycle, and in the 2024 election cycle, Black Americans are going to insist that our needs are specifically met by politicians who are seeking our vote.
Yes, sir.
Black Americans want tangible benefits specifically for us. We do not want trickle down, secondary benefits that are provided for every group. Every group has now been systematically marginalized and disenfranchised in every area of society as found as Americans.
Hmm.
So we refuse to be lumped in with groups often assisting the exploitation and disenfranchisement of Black Americans. So politicians must offer tangibles, specifically the foundation of Black Americans, or we simply will not vote for them. Be sure to spread
Right.
yourself far wide on social media using the hashtag tangibles20.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here, Shabaki. Can you hear me? Shabaki.
Okay, what happened to your signal?
I'm nothing, Shabaki. I'm still here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. For a minute. Okay, so once again on the tangibles, it's 400.
Shabaki. Shabaki. Black shirt on.
Damn crock pot. Is that the
What?
crock pot? He's gonna make his birthday rolls. It's in the refrigerator.
Shabaki, I can't hear you. I can't hear Shabaki at all. I don't know if it's the internet. Okay, he dropped off. He comes back
Right, you're on
on.
the hotspot, so you should be okay, right?
On the hotspot.
Are you on the internet or the hotspot?
I'm on the internet.
Well, that's the very reason, because it ain't working.
No, it is working.
We're on my house.
Yes, it is.
I don't think so.
Yes, it is.
I don't know how it's working.
No, it is.
Okay, well, good, then you should be able to. I think it's working. It's working on my house. For sure. Never whole black shirt, but right.
There's nothing over here. There's nothing over here.
No, look,
Nothing over here. So, Lady Ch want to have a whole conversation with me.
No. I'm sorry, Felly. I was looking for my shirt. My lost dad. I was looking for it. Yeah, but you lost me again.
Yes.
You have any watchers?
No. Okay, so what are your thoughts on the tangible footage here?
Well, my usual thoughts, I guess. Really, this is my last thoughts. Tangible is that, hold your vote for something that is actually tangible. Something that's going to behoove you, that's specifically for you, foundational Black American. Don't be suckered into fucking fear mongering. You witness both. Should not be talking to by now. And here in the city of Colorado, I'm like so confused. I don't understand why anybody got any kind of vote. We should really think about how it's already fixed. If you're interested in that sort of thing. The other thing is, I think you should talk about what you got going on next month, sir. With that, you know what I mean? Yourself. Tangible, something that, it's going to be sustaining so that you can touch, feel, the path for as long as you can. So, those are my final thoughts on that.
All right, you're not going to say your famous words.
What?
Hold your vote.
Maybe the last time you hold your vote, like you hold your vote. Last time. Hold your vote like you hold your vote. Or see your colonizers. Just keep in mind, it's not a nothing burger. Doesn't matter, what kind of things he does. So about how he writes the best policies and incentivizes so that everybody can fucking win, or else it'll never get through the House, Senate, or fucking Congress.
Okay,
That type of thing. So you have to make sure that your
welcome back, Shabaki.
better.
Yeah, damn thing, man, kicked me out of the damn studio again. And this internet cable shit, man, you know what I'm saying? It's so full of shit. It's pathetic. It really is.
Okay, well, welcome back, Shabaki. We were just finishing up with the tangibles. What are
Right.
your thoughts on the tangibles?
Okay, well, the tangibles are a necessity. It is a dead old. Okay, we need something, that you can see, touch, and feel. Okay, to progress ourselves, off this slave-minded ass mentality, with shackles still on the brain, got our youth confused, got our people downright fucked up. You know, say, and we got to countermand this shit. You see, and yeah, and then there you have those in Hollywood, in the music industry, what have you, that could pool their resources along with the professional athletes. If they we're talking about the black professional athletes, if they pull those resources and put them together, you see what I'm saying? That could be the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Of the beginning of us taking care of ourselves and becoming self-sufficient. You say,
Mm-hmm.
because it's all inclusive shit, man. It's a bunch of bullshit, is what it is. And I'm making it plain. You know, fuck Joe Biden, fuck Donald Duck. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the governor of Colorado, and yeah, governor, I'm in your state, and I'm saying fuck you. Okay, and I forgot what the fuck your name is. There's no significance to me. You need to cut the goddamn check. You know what I'm saying? And we built your fucking country. You know what I mean? And you motherfuckers is coming with all this all-inclusive bullshit. It's an insult to our intelligence, particularly when you got black men shoving ketchup up their asses, talking about they having a menstrual cycle. And a lot of women who I've spoken to about that issue had just stated clearly that it was an insult to womanhood. Now, in a state of one of the Virginias, I don't know if it was Virginia or West Virginia, not that I really give a good goddamn, is that whereas the president of that state senate had referred to a representative as a man, and he is a fucking man. I mean, he could dress up in all the woman's clothes he wants, go get his dick cut off. Okay, but one thing he cannot do is bear a child through the crack of his ass. It doesn't work like that. See, you know. And what it is that it's all about demasculation of the black male to get him to love everybody else and hate himself
Mm-hmm.
on an individual basis and on a collective basis. And those who don't dig it, you're welcome to call into Shabaka's Black Experience Enhance this Tuesday. And uh, and we'll be coming from Denver, Colorado on this episode. It'll be 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. in the Mountain Time Zone, 8 p.m. in the Central Time Zone, and 9 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone. And the number to call is 516-418-5996. Come one, come all. And also, too, our numbers have been increasing. We are looking for some sponsors. But, however, we notice on our like page of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced and the Frontline Black News, we're getting a lot of other individuals who are posting their material up there. Okay, and we don't mind you posting it, but please reciprocate and share our material. And if you do not, we have no problem, unfriending you. I mean, and we're making it plain because we're tired of seeing everybody else's stuff up here, that's making six figures. You know what I'm saying? And what we're doing is on our platform is we're taking on a lot of water. Nothing personal, just business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See,
Sad state of affairs.
Yep.
because
Um,
I'm tired of seeing all this stupid ass shit, coming up on our fucking like page.
right.
You know,
Shabaka,
people talking,
what
sending them stars. Yes, sir.
what is the amount that's owed again?
$450 trillion in tangibles. Tuesday is going to be 475 trillion in tangibles.
It's been compounded with interest.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck we're doing. And then when we do Frontline Black News again, next Friday, no, next Saturday, then there's going to be $500 trillion in tangibles. And it's time for all you no good, lying ass, sorry, suck ass, black ass, no good politicians to step up to the plate and represent your people because every goddamn 2 years, you motherfuckers are coming to us figuring that we're going to vote for you. Say, you take us for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm watching this movie called Alien right now.
Good movie.
Okay.
The
And
19
The 1984 one. I'll be online in like 10 minutes. The old one.
the original one or
yeah, the original one was Sigourney Weaver.
yeah.
And I forgot the other brother who was the brother who was in here. You know what I mean? And I mean they got all this goddamn money that they're sending up there to fucking outer space, and outer space does not give a fuck about these stupid ass motherfuckers. Oh, but we can't give you niggas changeable. Oh, would nobody who was a slave is still around, but their descendants are. You know what I mean?
And
See?
they, and the ones that claim that they didn't have slaves or whatever, they still benefited from it. So
Oh, yes, sir, because the whole goddamn United States of economy benefited from slavery. See, and then not to mention all the intellectual property rights that were stolen by the slave master from the slave. See?
Yes, constantly still benefiting Shabaka every day.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And even as I'm looking at this movie making Hollywood shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. hmm
all right, so I'm gonna move us along.
Yes, sir.
Something tangible for your vote, Black family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shabaka Jesse has some bomb ass weed, and he's been holding out all fucking day as everything just falls apart, right? Like, like falls apart in a matter of like an hour. And he's holding back on the weed. The only thing that possibly make the rest of the fucking life better in the next 20 minutes. Holding out on the weed. Excuse to the smoke.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like just holding out. And I'm sitting here like, you time now, sir. He's in the front room. I'm in the back room for a quick
Mhm.
second. I'm not in the front room because, I'm not in the front room for a second. And
Right.
get online right now. Just waiting for him. I was waiting for him.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Lisa Cabrera.
Yeah,
what's the topic? What you talking about?
Jim Crow Biden State of the Union Address.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
he fucking a robot 1 minute and fucking robot 1 minute and fucking retarded the next, and then like on point allegedly let them tell it the next. It's all a big game. I watched a little bit of it earlier today. I caught the highlights.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's the whole thing, and the live streamed it on Thursday.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't watch it because I literally thought that, Biden's been saying a lot of nothings, a lot of just bullshit, and I wasn't really, I didn't,
Right.
I was kind of in the mood, like real moody that day, and I was like, man, I don't want to hear what the fuck he has to say because he ain't really saying shit. Not really gonna do for black people. Just talking shit. You can pass everything that. Ooh, did that?
that's next door.
Yeah.
Something
I thought that, I thought, because I was in a mood, I was like, man, what could they possibly say to me? What could they possibly say? What could Biden possibly say? That,
Well,
that makes,
based on what I saw, Lady Che, the motherfucker's a goddamn rhetorician, which is a motherfucker that James Brown described so perfectly well in a song in the late 1960s called Talking Loud, Boom, Boom, Saying Nothing, Boom, Boom, Talking Loud,
yeah,
Boom, Boom,
yeah.
Saying Nothing, Boom, Boom, Saying Nothing, Boom, Boom, Saying Nothing. Fuck Joe Biden. Had that motherfucker go change his diapers.
I felt
Right.
like I missed something because I was kind of, like I said, I was in a mood. Jesse said he was going to stream it. I'm like, why the fuck do you care about this? And he tried to convince me about it. I was like, nah, I was in the mood of it. I'm gonna fucking hear what you just say. I'm gonna speak to this, and that. Or push other bullshit. So I literally was didn't want to watch it, right? And then
hmm
when I on the weekends, because you know shit's fucking hard. On the weekends, I have to catch up real quick and just see what's going on in the world. Catch up on the internet, and
Right,
it is a hurtful place. And
right.
sitting there like,
What?
oh, and then he has some funny moments where he's kind of snapping at motherfuckers. Like, and, the Speaker of the House just slouched in his seat. And then, like, why is what they kept saying Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying some shit to him. And I was like, dude, this broad is real bold. But you couldn't hear when she was hollering at him. But they kept saying 4 more years, or some shit like that. I was like, what? And I was really disappointed in our city, of all the fucking things, right? I was like, it looks ugly. Everything looks fucking like, they slated fucking whatever for this grandiose win in November. It's like everybody's dropping out, suspending their campaign, whatever the fuck that means to me, because they're dropping out. And for what? Like, there's not gonna be anything to vote for. Jesse had some good news. I was like, yeah, like, I think you should share that, cause, with the people. So I think that's good. Other than that, I was so unmotivated, but I kind of was amused when I finally caught the highlights. It was like, maybe I should have turned in. Apparently it was an hour and a half of fucking utter fucking madness, right? Was he acting out the whole time?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I missed it. I'm regretting it, actually, that I missed it.
Yep. Yeah, and then
Buddy, that's about that.
All right, so he's just gonna give us an update.
okay, Lisa Cabrera. Okay.
And
I'll be on in about 5 minutes.
and then Uncle Phil's gonna finish.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that.
And we are live on the Facebook like page of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced as well too. And tonight,
I'm about to play this clip, Shabaka.
okay. Okay, we see Hyde and Biden up there. Okay, we're not getting no telemetry. Okay, Brother Che, you still there? Okay, see, Brother Che is
Yeah, I'm still here, Shabaka.
okay.
His lack of attention. Ladies and gentlemen, I did watch Joe Biden's State of the Union, and as usual, it lacked anything in it for us, which I was expecting, and I'm sure a lot of our people were expecting that. But all of the things that he touched on, it was nothing exclusively for us. My conclusion is the Democrats leading into the election are not going to address the concerns that we have on reparations, qualified immunity, and a crime bill. They're not going to address it. And they are going to continue on with their game of benign and neglect and see just how far they can get away with it through the election cycle. But I think just listening to this, the writing is on the wall on whether they intend on doing anything or not. And I think his lack of attention on our issues, that said it all. That's my opinion. You know, they're watching the polls, they're seeing what's going on, and they are still choosing the path of benign and neglect. And I think they're going to continue this on, y'all. Kind of gambling on, okay, well, maybe when we get closer to November, a lot of people have a change of heart and they'll go out and vote Democrat. I think that's what they're banking on. I really do. So when I watched it last night, there were certain things he touched on, but our agenda is not what he touched on. Now, one of the things he spoke about was being too old. And, you know, he's watching all the stuff that's going on out in the news, and he's seeing how people are concerned about his age. And so he did address that during his State of the Union. And reproductive freedoms, you know, again, these are not concerns that we are putting out there at all. And he talked about the economy, inflation, and, you know, it's just not anything that we are concerned about at all. And I didn't think he was going to address it anyway. He was talking about paying taxes, you know, how the wealthy should pay more. And it's the usual thing. You saw the Democrats cheering and shouting, and the Republicans just sitting there. And he took a couple of jabs at Donald Trump without saying his name. But at the end of the day, do we really care about any of those things? No, because we have our own priorities that we're looking at. And apparently, our agenda is not Joe Biden's concern. You know, he didn't even give us an honorable mention up in there, and he gave the immigrants more shine than us. So, y'all, don't worry about Joe Biden. If you are just sitting on the couch, then, you know, you do you. Apparently, they're not prioritizing us, and we don't have to prioritize them at all. And at the end of the day, y'all, when they do have to address us, it's going to be the usual. Well, what we do for everybody is going to impact the Black community too. The Black community too going to be, that's what they're going to keep coming back with. They've been doing that the entire time. Oh, well, what we do for everybody is going to benefit the Black community too. That's all you're going to ever get from these folks. They are not about doing the right thing. They're not about being fair. This government has never been this way. It's never been this way in politics, if anything. They have always tried to undermine us. Now you're going to the same Democratic Party and the Republicans, because at the end of the day, they got to vote on issues too. And look, they won't even put through the Crown Act. Okay, if they won't even get through that. If you can't even get a bill on hair passed, what makes you think you're going to get reparations or anything else? This man ain't going to do no executive orders on our behalf, but he'll sit around, and he's done it for the Asians. You notice they didn't tell them, look, we already got laws on the books for discrimination. Well, that should benefit the Asians too. No, he gave them a crime bill. You know, whenever it's us, that's when they go to shucking and jiving and they can't give you an answer and there's not enough money and, oh, that will never pass. And, oh, they got every excuse. And since they're into giving excuses to us, we need to start giving excuses to them right back. Oh, well, I don't know if I can vote for you because I'm not hearing any of my issues. I think I might sit out on the couch since I'm not hearing, oh, I don't know if, it might be too windy that day for me to go out and vote for you. Start giving them excuses. Give them excuses right back. That's what you do. So that's my opinion. I just don't feel they're going to go that extra mile. Although they see the votes are falling off, they see it is a problem. But I don't think they're going to go that extra step and try to save the situation. I think they're going to go with let the chips fall where they may. And let's see, they may still go out and vote for us. We may get enough votes to still win. I think that's how they are looking at the entire thing from the Democratic Party. But you have to tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.
Like and subscribe to Frontline Black News.
That's right, Shabaka.
Yeah, see, because we can't, we appreciate, respect other people, content creators, but y'all ain't getting no fucking free advertisement with us no more. Period.
Yep.
And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just being real about it.
Oh yeah, you good, Shabaka. Okay, so what are your thoughts on this State of the Union address that Biden did on Thursday?
Okay, in regard to Biden's State of the Union addressed on Thursday, it's a bunch of bullshit, pissing on our head, telling us it's rain. And, he's acting like some great white savior. You know what I'm saying? Oh, for the black community, but he's thinking that we're that goddamn stupid to believe that gullible ass shit. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't get to be my fucking age. You know what I'm saying? Believing in, well, fairy tales, the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, you know what I'm saying? And whatnot. I mean, Joe Biden is a goddamn parasite to the black community, people. Let's be real about it. Donald Duck, at least with Donald Duck, he's telling you how he honestly feels. But what that punk ass motherfucker doing, Biden, is trying to get us to believe in some dumb shit. Believing in the Easter Bunny. You know what I'm saying? Santa Claus. And, oh, I'm here to love you and save you. And then I go by City Park today and saw the Dr. King memorial that was vandalized. You
Oh, you
see,
did?
yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, we went up to the city park today, and then they had a picture of that dude Gandhi. To all you people over in India, to all you people that support Gandhi, fuck Gandhi.
Right.
Okay, why do I say fuck Gandhi? Is because Gandhi, when he was doing his thing in Azania, okay, he was only worried about people from India in Azania, not the indigenous African people, the Zulus, the Sutu, and what have you, the Kosa. He wasn't worried about them. So fuck Gandhi.
Right.
And if a motherfucker doesn't like it, then you can call us in on Tuesday night at Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. And the number to call in is 516 418 5996
Yep.
and press 1. We'll be more than happy to have you on the air. And all your hate mail, please direct it to our chat room. You know what I'm saying? We'll be happy to read it and crumb bum on it and what have you. But we do try to, on this platform, have intellectually stimulating conversations. But there are those folks who won't let us. You see? They won't let us.
I wish I had more time to go over this topic, but
Hmm.
basically bite and try to go at. He told the Supreme Court straight to their face that they were wrong for overturning Roe v. Wade. Then
Hmm.
Marjorie Taylor Greene showed up in that fucking my ass got arrested bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
She had a button that had the name of the woman that was attacked by the illegal immigrant or killed by the illegal immigrant in
Hmm.
Georgia. And Biden called himself trying to read her name out when he was behind the podium. And I guess he messed her name up. So,
Well, the old senile motherfucker, he needs Geritol. He probably, he is demented.
you
You know
know,
what I
he was
mean?
his ass off talking about the economy is the best it's ever been.
The
America,
economy is best than it's ever been.
the state of the country is the best it's ever been. It's a bunch of
Okay, okay, and still pissing on your head, telling you it's rain, shitting on you.
to support Ukraine.
Yeah, fuck Ukraine. See, fuck Ukraine. Tell
And
that
then when
bastard.
he did mention black people, he lumped us in with other groups talking about black, brown, yellow, and yellow and red or some stupid shit he said. I was just like, oh my god.
Okay,
I'm like,
so
I
he's talking loud and saying nothing.
I'm scars of that bullshit. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all might still want us to go out here and vote for this senile bastard.
Hmm.
Are y'all get in the studio? Or the 30K?
Hey, twin.
Hey, welcome in the building, twin.
Yeah, how you be, man? 100. Yes, sir. Peace to all. Absolutely, twin. Peace to you too, brother. You know what I'm saying? And then, two, when we just making it plain out there, twin. You know what I'm saying? We just letting people know, man. We don't mind them, sharing their content on our platform. But they're gonna have to start breaking bread on this here, twin. You know what I mean? It's because we're going broke over here, man. Yeah, we really are. We're going broke over here. We've been digging in our pocket, man, for the combined, for the last 10 years, combined effort with Frontline Black News and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. And we need some help out here, folks. You know what I'm saying? We are definitely sending out SOS of Save Our Station.
Yep.
And we are. You know what I'm saying? And then, too, since I'm in my twilight years, I would like to enjoy some benefits of it.
Right.
I ain't got too much longer, you know what I'm saying? And whatnot. And a motherfucker my age can go at any minute.
Yeah. We all got a checkout day, Shabaka. So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
later.
But when you get my age, Brother Jay, is that your checkout date and your appointment, man, that don't nobody knows the appointment. It's an appointment that will be kept and it will be on time and you will not be late. And we putting out a disclaimer right here under fair use from this stuff from PubeTube, YouTube, Tube up their ass or whatever they want to call them fucking selves. You know what I'm saying? Because them Facebook, Stinky Bird, You motherfuckers is just making too much goddamn money. And you motherfuckers want to go up here and play Space Cowboy, get off in your toy rockets, you know what I mean? So the next time your toy rocket takes off, people,
Oh,
uh, just direct it
the
straight to the sun.
illegals, and they got mad because he called them illegals.
Well, these migrants right here, and I'm saying it right
Migrants
here.
or illegal immigrants.
Yes, and also too, Mike Johnston. I'm in your town, man. You ain't shit.
Right.
Governor of Colorado, you ain't shit.
Yep. Police.
And I'm in your goddamn state telling you about your punk ass selves.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yep.
And you thinking you motherfuckers think we're supposed to love you. And the only thing you did, how we showed you kindness and what have you, and love is that you would kill us. And to quote Sister Miriam Makeba, uh, in the beginning, before the European came, uh, he would consider us to be a non existent people until he comes up there and says, poof, we have discovered you. So for all the time before the European got there, we were not uh, in existence, although we know better that we were. And then to believe that bullshit, which is ridiculous.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna move us to the next topic,
Yes, sir.
and that is all of a sudden, fucking Charles punk ass Barkley want to decide he want to get on code, and his black card was revoked decades ago. So
Yeah.
we're talking about um, he said a lot of weird shit. Well,
Well,
first he said,
that slavery wasn't that bad.
well, yeah, over the years he said a lot of really dumb shit. But
Hmm.
now he calls himself trying to get on code. The first thing he said was he was going to. He said he was going to attack any black person that was supporting the dump as a human shit.
And we want to make that perfectly clear.
If he caught them wearing those stupid ass shoes.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that bullshit. Yeah.
And then he said something that's actually true.
What was that?
He said that the Democrats, he says that black men are walking away from the Democrats because they do nothing for us. And they only come around every 4 years.
Oh, yes, sir. And then, of course, during the midterm elections as well, too.
Yeah, but he specifically said every 4 years.
Okay, so he's talking about in the presidential election. Okay.
He said the Democrats only come around every 4 years. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna let Lisa start us off, and then get Uncle Phil's take on it.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's rare for me to agree with Charles Barkley on things, but
Right.
sometimes you know what they say about that broke clock, y'all. And plus, let me get into the story and I'll say a little more. Charles Barkley tears President Joe Biden and Democrats apart for only caring about Black people every 4 years. And that's true. They have spent the entire first 4 years of Joe Biden's presidency just ignoring us. And remember how defensive he became during that Zoom call when he was saying, oh, well, we would have to go to the Hispanic to get things done. he acted like he was annoyed that somebody would even come to him to talk about our issues. Like he was upset about that. You don't come to him and talk to him about nothing. You know, once you see that in a person, you know right there that's not a go-to person. When they go on the defense before you can get one word out, that is not a go-to person. So personally, y'all, I think Charles Barkley is watching us. Because when have you ever heard Charles Barkley address the Democratic Party like this? I think he's watching us and trying to ride our coattails, you know, the people that are talking about the election on social media. I think he's watching. Because in all the years that I have heard him talk, he will be more likely to coon than to say anything on the behalf of the Black community. And the fact that he came out and said this, it tells me he's watching us and listening to what we're saying. But let me go on. Charles Barkley was critical towards President Joe Biden and the Democratic Party for only caring about Black people every 4 years. And he said this on Wednesday, March 6th. During a recent discussion on CNN, the former basketball star accused Biden and the Democratic Party of only showing interest in Black issues during the election cycles, claiming it's left a lot of Black voters feeling disillusioned. But you know what? This didn't start with Joe Biden. This has been an ongoing thing with every single president. And you can't even leave out Donald Trump. Would Donald Trump be addressing us if a lot of people did not express their frustrations with Joe Biden and the Democrats and their desire not to vote for him or switch parties over to Donald Trump? Would Donald Trump really be paying attention to us? Because Donald Trump has been on the campaign trail, y'all, since he left the White House. He never spoke about the Black community the entire time. He didn't. When he went on his rallies, you can pull up his rallies. They're recorded. He never, ever brought up the Black community. It's recently he started doing it because, you know, like everyone else, his people are watching social media and listening to how Black folks are feeling about the Democratic Party and Joe Biden. And now all of a sudden, they are, and you even see a lot of them posting, you know, we're getting more, we're going to get the Black vote. We're going to get the Black vote. And, you know, they never spoke about us, not even in their comment sections. Now, all of a sudden they are, not unless it was something disparaging as usual. But let me get back to this. So they come into our neighborhoods and say, we're going to make stuff better. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And then finally, us Black people are like, I don't know, man, other than my ability to dunk a basketball, my neighborhoods are still the same. Our schools are still the same, he told the panel. And that's why I think Black people are leaving disappointed with the Democratic Party, because I ain't gonna lie, I voted Democrat every time just because I thought it was gonna help Black people and poor people. Because Black people and poor white people, here we go, they are in the same boat. No, not really. Even a poor white person got privilege. Well, that's because of all the politics in America is racist.
Yes, sir. I disagree, Mr. Cabrera, on that statement. No, we are not in the same boat with poor white folks, because poor white folks do not get murdered by the police.
Shabaka, but she's not. She's talking about what he said. That's what he said.
Oh, talking about Charles Barkley? Oh, yeah. Well, you need to play the video that was made about 8 years ago in regard to Charles Barkley. The one with that dude that looks like a ghost.
Yeah, there's a slew of videos of him saying stuff. Like I said, he said a lot of shit over the years. And now all of a sudden he want to try to get on code. So
Yeah.
he's definitely been tuning into the new black media, talking like this.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
not going
without
to,
a doubt.
it's not going to happen. I know some people think Trump made everything so much better, but y'all remember we went through the lockdown under Donald Trump,
Yeah.
and a lot of people were crying for help during that time. A lot of people, especially them folks who normally say they don't ask the government to help them do nothing. They were the main ones begging the government to help them. And we all remember that because we were doing videos on them crying all over the place.
Yep.
So he goes on to say, I don't care who the president was. I'm not going to lie, but I only voted Republican one time in my life, and that was for John Kasich. And I knew he couldn't win.
John Kasich, that oldest, drunk looking motherfucker.
We want to vote for somebody else because every 4 years they come into our neighborhoods and, man, we're going to make things better for you. Well, they're not. The entire United States government is racist. They're never going to make anything better for us. And they haven't.
Yeah, it was built on the institution of racism, Ms. Cabrera.
CNN senior political commentator Van Jones told Barkley, I think that's true. I do want to point out, though, that poor Black folks have been voting for Democrats for 2 generations. Not as much progress as you want, he explained. Poor white folks have been voting for Republicans in Appalachia and other places for 3 generations or 4, and not much progress. So there's a poor people problem with both parties. Yeah, there's a Black people problem with both parties too. That's why Donald Trump can get in front of a crowd with our people in it and say the things he said about his mugshot and criminal record, and they make comments about the most corny ass looking sneakers. So anyway, during the show, Barkley addressed his controversial statement over the weekend where he threatened to punch Black Trump supporters in the face if they wore his golden sneakers. Oh, I thought it was the mugshot too. Obviously, I'm not going to go around punching random strangers in the face, he explained. People can vote for who they want to.
Oh, now they can.
Yeah, that sounds like a walk back there, Charles Barkley. Barkley did double down on his take from a week ago, saying if you're a Black person and you're wearing a Donald Trump mugshot, you're a freaking idiot. The former NBA star comments were heavily criticized by Trump supporters who accused Barkley of being a thug. I bet you I could find more thugs among the MAGAs.
Right.
And falling in line with Democrats. Ain't nobody falling in line with no darn Democrats, man. Not even Charles Barkley. But no, what he said about the Democratic Party is true. And that has been said many times before over the years, that they only want to be around us when it's time for votes. And that will always be true about the Democratic Party. Some things will never change. These folks don't care about us. Neither side does. And I think many of us are getting the picture. That's why you're seeing more and more of our people saying they are choosing the couch.
Yep.
Because what is the point in voting for either side? Both sides aren't going to give you reparations. Both sides aren't going to give you a crime bill. Both sides are not going to do anything about qualified immunity, because both Joe Biden and Donald Trump both openly said that they don't want to get rid of qualified immunity. In fact, they both are on the same page when it comes down to policing. They want to hire more cops. That's what both Trump and
the part that kills me is you're going to have migrants being hired as cops in Los Angeles.
When it comes down to how policing is done, you're not going to get it from either one of these men.
Mm-mm.
All right? You're not going to get it from either one. So you got to make up your mind. And I believe a lot of our people have. Some are saying they're going to go vote for Trump, and many are saying, a growing number are saying they are choosing the couch. You know, you can say, well, you can vote for the lesser of two evils. And my thing is, why vote for evil at all?
Right.
If we know that's all we're going to get.
Yeah,
Ladies
that's
and
not
gentlemen,
intelligent.
you're going to have to tell me what you think about this video. Please
like and subscribe to Front Line Blacc News. Like and subscribe to Front Line Blacc News.
That's right, Shabaki. All right, so what are your thoughts on this, Shabaki?
Well, Miss Cabrera.
So actually, hold off on that.
You take me?
Lady Teddy, do you have something to add?
I'll go wait till Shabaka finished.
Okay, well, once again, Miss Cabrera, is right. She's right, and I agree with about 93% of what she said.
Charles Barkley is definitely not a person that would be a political mind for Black America, but Barkley himself even had to admit the problems with the Democrat Party. But before I get to that, this podcast wasn't really going to be about Charles Barkley. It was actually going to be about the State of the Union address. I actually watched the State of the Union address last night, and I will tell you, when I first saw it panned out with all the people that's over there in Congress, it really looked like Shady Pines. You know, deals from the Golden Girls, especially with Sophia. Then just look it up. Dorothy would always threaten Sophia, her mom, about Shady Pines.
Yeah.
So it looked like Shady Pines. It's like, my God. I'm like, people, we really got to register to vote. We really got to get our younger people out here voting and running for public office.
Brother Phil, I would not be wasting my time with that bullshit.
TikTok. Right. Those people who don't even
TikTok
want to make laws or threaten to take away TikTok, which would hurt a lot of people.
Take the motherfucker away. I don't care. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, TikTok. The thing about TikTok is they get a lot of truth out and they're trying to censor that.
Right, and then on top of it too, as you do know, they did ban TikTok operating in the state of Montana. Yeah, they did that.
But they're trying to ban it in all 50 states.
Right. Mm-hmm.
On that platform.
You are right?
But Biden didn't say anything that was even worth me even dissecting. He didn't. It was just crazy. I was actually shocked he was coherent enough to even go that long. But after the State of the Union address, Trump. Listen, let me show you what Donald Trump had put up, and I'm going to put up exactly where he posted it on his Telegram page. But let me show you what Trump posted.
We're going to buy American.
God damn.
It's been the law since 1933. Also caps going into effect until 2025. And by the way, that law was written and the benefit expires in 2025.
Jesus.
Two electric grids that are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires.
Yeah, Trump actually posted that right after the State of the Union address. Look, when I first saw that, I'm like, man, Trump is crazy, man. Like, look, Trump.
He got a lot of free time on his hands. He make you fucking beat him like that.
They are so petty. That's why I tell you what, I get a kick out of Trump. I love watching when he's arguing with the media. Boy, that is comedy gold. That is so comedy gold. That's why I say, man, Trump got to be president again, just so I can laugh for 4 years at this dude. This dude is funny in so many ways. Let me
the president, but that motherfucker is abusing as a villain.
And it's something that everybody's saying, right? But the Democrats, you really don't think you're in trouble? Let's get a roll of that.
For speaking for myself, the reason I think the Democratic Party and Mr. Biden, President Biden, is losing black votes is they only care about black people every 4 years.
Look who he talking to, y'all.
Look how big he is to that little ass bitch made looking dude.
That little ass bitch made fool was at the remember the rally, the hearing that they had for reparations?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mug that they had up there with Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the same dude.
Oh my God, he looks like very, very tiny, like a woman.
They come into our neighborhoods and say, we're going to make stuff better. We're going to do this, do this, do this. And then finally, us black people are like, yo, man,
this is a stupid ass show on CNN called King Charles.
Oh, yeah. Gail King and Charles.
Yeah.
King Charles.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker here.
Yes. The one that
wants to call himself King Charles.
He just call himself fucking giant in comparison to the fucking man that looks like a woman, built like a woman, like built like Prince. Like, and Prince was like, whatever, right? Everyone loves Prince, but he's built like tiny and petite, like frail.
Mm-hmm.
Who does this? Well, and he put him in compare, like right next to Charles Barkley. He looks so small and insignificant and feminine, and he looks like he's just bulging out of his chair. Like you don't even fit in the scenery of this whole show.
Uncle Basketball, all my neighborhoods are still the same. Our schools are still the same. And that's why I think black people are leaving. I voted Democratic every time just because I thought it was going to help black people and poor people.
Yeah, you're a big ass Democratic shield. This might be been for the Democrats since Clinton.
Yeah, he got an agenda.
That's over 30 years.
He supports all the agendas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the LGBTQ shit, because isn't his son
Yeah, some shit like that. He said some really weird off the wall, off brand ass over the years. So now he want to try to, I guess, right those wrongs. All of a sudden, he done come to an epiphany moment.
Did his son wipe his wrong? It's a regular dude now. Just like
no, you're thinking of
Magic Johnson. You're right. I was thinking about Magic Johnson, right?
Yeah.
This man, like, I was attractive as a dressing like that.
White people, they're in the same boat. And like, I didn't care who the president was. I'm not gonna lie, but I only voted Republican one time in my life. That was for John Kasich, and I didn't know he couldn't win. But then I'm starting to look like
I didn't know he couldn't win.
What the hell did John Kasich run?
All right, this fucking sounds really like a long time ago. Maka, when did John Kasich run?
What's his name? John Cusick.
Yeah.
You talking about the oldest drunk ass looking motherfucker who wears wrinkled up suits and shit like that? Who used to be the former governor of Ohio?
Yes, we don't know.
That
you would know better than us, Shabaki.
Yes,
if he looks like that old drunk motherfucker you see on the show they made in the early 1960s called the Andy Griffith Show. Now get this here about Otis people. Now this is how to really show you how this shit is an insult to your intelligence. You got Otis, who's the town drunk of Mayberry, and each time this motherfucker gets fucked up, he goes down there and see Barney Fife and Andy Mayberry and puts himself in jail.
Mm-hmm. Every time.
Yeah, every time they get a motherfucker the key so he could take his drunk ass over there in the jail, so he
Mm-hmm.
could sleep it off for the next 3
Better
days before he sees
take,
his wife.
man.
Yeah, that was before
What,
detox.
what kind of shit is that?
Can't go home drunk to the wife.
Yeah, but hold on, but the motherfucker's so bad of a damn drunk that they let him go get the key and put himself in his own cell.
Oh shit, he a harmless drunk. Just message.
Well, I could see a motherfucking Los Angeles County. I could see a motherfucking Los Angeles County walking in there to one of them racist ass lapdog divisions. I'm fucked up. I need the key to go lock myself in the jail cell. Now, after he gets out of the hospital, after they beat his ass, okay, 6 months later is when the motherfucker wake up from a coma, wake up from a severe ass whooping. Okay, he ain't gonna be want to go down there and turn his ass into jail down there on Boucher Street.
No, I'm talking be like, hey man, you tried that last time.
Yeah, you know what Boucher Street is, Lady J.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
you tried that last time, sorry, sir. No, unless you want to be here for real.
Mhm.
Lady Che, do we have any comments?
About what? Dude. Okay, first of all,
Yeah,
he's lying. The motherfucking shoes are ugly. Like they're fucking ugly.
them
I mean,
bozo the
sit,
clown
like,
looking clod
look
hopping
at them.
ass pieces of shit. No,
I'm like,
man.
they look like they ain't got no bounce in them at all. Like,
No, they clown shoes.
and I was like,
They'll make a motherfucker
I'm like,
look like
Donald
Bozo the
Trump, these
clown
shoes.
wearing some shit like that.
Yeah, they look like the shoes I posted a buying earlier.
Right. They
Well,
look like
finish this clip.
Hmm.
Man, I understand why black people are leaving, want to vote for somebody else, because every 4 years they come into our neighborhoods and, man, we're gonna make things better for you.
I think that's fine. I'll let you go. I do want to point out though that
Oh my God, cry me a goddamn river, Van motherfucking Jones.
everybody want to know what's going on with Van Jones. Everybody needs his opinion. Why is he so fucking special?
Van Jones is disgusting.
White bitches. What's Van talking about? Nothing. Van ain't never talking about shit.
He talking about he damn sure ain't talking about that $100 million that Jeff Bezos gave him.
Look at like it's so like. Oh my God, Van, stop! I want to hear what Van has to say. I don't want to hear what Van has to say.
vote for Democrats for 2 generations, not as much progress as you want. Poor white folks been voting for
This
Republicans.
Negro is disgusting.
What
He looks-
progress? Not as much progress. What progress?
That's the whole face don't match.
Yeah. See, that's how disgusting that motherfucker is. Who
He
will
looks
sit up
like-
there, a grown ass man like this right here, sat up there and cried on CNN, crocodile tears, because Hillary Clinton didn't get selected. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, all these homeless people that I see here in Denver today, that I see in Las Vegas, that I saw in the Bay Area, that I saw in Los Angeles, that I saw in Fresno, that is something to cry about. That will make you cry. Just like here in Denver, I drive through here. Every other intersection I stop
more
at.
tents and tarps and sleeping bags you're gonna see.
Well, like
Just here in Denver. All these motherfuckers up here standing on a goddamn stop sign or stoplight, panhandling with a sign up, will work for food.
I know, man. I went off on this.
They're everywhere. The goddamn illegals.
Yeah, I have to point at them, and I was like, man, please let me. I got to speak Spanish. But I was down with it.
That's a real term. They're illegal. There's a right way of doing immigration, and there's a wrong way of doing immigration.
Not newcomers.
Mm-hmm.
That's that PC bullshit that you can't just let slide because they want to, coerce the narrative to fit their shit. Like, we need help. All these people just giving. Cause, please, man.
Well, what we did at the last city council meeting, that was too raw for TV. And we showed you anyway.
They didn't even write an article, right? Nobody wrote an article. I didn't see an article at all.
Nope.
Cause too much. I knew it went too far.
They prayed up. You seen that?
They had to wait till we left to go back in the building, like into the little chamber.
Or some zoning, none of that.
Muggy, laugh. I was like, what the fuck you guys? What are you smiling about? Like,
what is funny?
I'm confrontational, I guess.
They get paid to look like that, or they get trained to look like that, rather.
It's mad disappointing, our councilwoman.
To look like either they're paying attention or they're not paying attention.
I done seen her go out and make time for aliens and motherfucking Palestinians.
She was like, we won't let them separate us.
But we're upset. Only 2 people upset, and nobody ready to make time for us. So like, hurry up and get the fuck out of here. We brought extra police just in case.
Holding the line for that bullshit. We're exposing the whole hypocrisy of it. And that they still want us to go out and vote blue no matter who, no matter what these motherfuckers do to us, allow it to happen to us. They still want us to go out and vote blue no matter who. And I am for the blue no matter who since Obama's second term.
Man. Wow.
I just thought it was like fucking beyond me when we saw the results here in our city. That with all the fucking migrant shit we got going on, just that alone.
Illegals, we gonna call them.
Yeah, illegals. Excuse me, aliens. Excuse me.
They're not even migrants because they're not doing it the right way. They're doing it.
They wouldn't have voted that way.
Mm-hmm.
There was the numbers were so big over here for Democrats. I was like, has anybody been paying attention? The fuck is they did for us this last couple of years? You know, all that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, outside of the 7-county metro area, the state of Colorado is red, and they're not digging none of this shit. They already telling Johnson, don't send your people here.
Yeah.
And now he done cut so much shit, the kids ain't gonna have nothing to do. So we're gonna have, unfortunately, another summer of violence.
Wow.
And we the only ones talking about a recall. Everybody else is just like, oh, we're just gonna let him do what he do.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think a recall is the answer, really. Because then you put the second person in, which would be bruh, and then whoever's after bruh with the numbers, bruh.
I don't recall bruh being this friendly with the migrants.
It doesn't matter. Like at this point, I would say, like, look, the more time goes, like, but you can only give. You can't have say, look, the negatives don't outweigh the positives, right? And the money don't outweigh the greater loss doesn't outweigh the fucking nonsense that you promised over here, and you lied and you did some underhanded, sleazy, fraudulent, pivoting type shit. They thought you were gonna get away with it, and then you have motherfuckers like me and you calling out just here because it's right there. They don't want to believe it. It doesn't equal out. Wrong is wrong. Hey. Wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? So right by my window, cuz.
Oh hell no.
What the hell? You got somebody out there by your window with their fucking up.
I live over here in this area.
The alley facing her.
It's been kind of active lately. But it was active when I got back here.
Neighborhood. So let me finish this video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In other places, for 3 generations or 4, and not that much progress. So there's a poor people problem with both parts. But I think what you highlighted might be a reason why some black folks.
Dude, what is like? He's like what is he?
He is. He's
I'm sorry, family.
He's in the Dominican.
Look at this. What kind of hairline is this?
This is non-FDA hairline. That's
look, something else, man. Look, he's all stupid. This is Indian. What is this?
He's all mixed up, but he's black, unfortunately.
Okay, good. He's black.
They had him in that bullshit hearing with Danny Glover about
How you doing, brother?
before the scandemic pandemic.
Put Michael Ford is in here.
Oh,
You laughing,
Black
twin?
Power.
Long time no see, twin. How you doing? Hey, Michael.
Thank you for tapping in, bro. Like and subscribe to Front Line Blacc News.
Voters stay home. But if we're asking why are certain Black voters switching from Democrat to Republican, I don't think they're switching to Trump or
Coleman
other.
Hughes, that's his name. Coleman Hughes.
Figures. Is he a tether?
Yes, that's the end of
I can feel it a mile away.
Yes,
tether too.
They had him speaking on behalf of reparations, Black women.
Yeah, a little tiny person. He's like a little person. Not adorable either.
From the lineage, but the scam, the scheme is in, just like with the California Commission.
Because they think those are
to study reparations.
Oh God, he one of them.
Study what? Just cut the goddamn check at this point. You're cutting a check for any and everybody, even non-citizens.
It's one of those stupidest study. I'm thinking I'm like 43 years old for last 43. But the fuck you need to study? I mean, you didn't suffer no fucking nothing. It's 43 years. I suffered a whole grip.
Remember, lady, HR 40 is the same age as me.
It don't make no goddamn sense. Study what? Like you don't know how
to even move to the house floor.
Look at like everything. Like it's stupid. It's like we gotta dude. When they say we have to educate these people before we can pass out reparations, I lost it, man. I lost it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Everybody knows what's going on and what happens, and they just choose to listen or not listen. You know what I mean? You know what the fuck happened. You know how to read. You know watch YouTube. You know talk to your family. You done did some research. You know what you see with your own motherfucking eyes. Like, come on, guys. Study
and
what?
you're still benefiting from it.
Still benefiting.
Let me finish this, y'all. Otherwise, before she got her out on this.
Republicans are going to actually make change. I think those voters are switching for other reasons, just because they actually don't like the message that Democrats are sending to them as Black people, and especially as young Black people. Because again, this trend is not happening throughout Black America.
It's not all awkward.
Black men under 30.
He looked at him like, what?
He sounded awkward like a motherfucker.
When they had that HR.
Did you see how Van Crimea River was looking at him?
Like, why is everybody jockeying Van Jones? Like, he's so whack. Like,
party meeting and
I heard that shit. I was like,
Coleman Hughes up there. Like, Coleman Hughes really speaking on Black American issues like that to dissect, the Black community. You shouldn't be up there doing that.
That's right.
One thing that kind of, I can't stand when Black folks do this. Van Jones did this. We mentioned white people and Republicans. If it's a Black conversation, why are you injecting white people in it?
Right.
They had nothing to do with that conversation. They're talking about why Black people are upset and walking away from the Democrat Party. That's what the conversation was. We don't care if the Republicans don't do nothing. That's not our problem. And Republicans have done things for white people. That's why they're so loyal to Trump. Because if he didn't do nothing for them, then they wouldn't be loyal to him, right? If the Democrats would do for us what Trump has did for the white community, then we wouldn't be having this conversation about Democrats. But Barkley, he is not no political mind of the day, and even he can see Black folks are sick and tired of what's happening with the Democrat Party. They're walking away. They're walking away with their feet. And a lot of Black men, now one thing Coleman Hughes was wrong about with his numbers, he mentioned Black men under 30. Actually, it's Black men under 50. All those Black men.
All those men.
Yep.
Are walking away from the Democrat Party. They're leading the charge.
I've been walking away.
And the way it always works, when the men go, eventually the women's going to follow. Now,
the felonies never go away.
I walked away a lot. Dude, I don't even know if I don't that I didn't put in my ballots.
Programs and things like that black men cannot benefit from.
It was the universe that made me lose it.
It was Dr. Claude Anderson.
Right.
Dr. Claude Anderson was the camel's back. He said, y'all need to register. I was already registered independent, but he was like, yeah, you should register as an independent and send a message to the Democratic Party. He was saying this back in 2013.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, man, it don't make no goddamn sense. I don't give a fuck what they ain't doing shit for me. Nothing that's happened that's really tangible for me. So
it was quiet as it's kept. FBA ADOS or DOAS originally. Yvette and Tone Chit stole that from a brother named Sheldon, Norris Sheldon. But anyway, it was Dr. Claude Anderson that said Native Black Americans. And out of that is where the delineation started within the diaspora. Because prior to that, we were all just one big nigga. We're all Africans.
I mean, it's still, you think about how they pandered during this time, it still kind of looks like that. They're like, look, all black people like the same shit. Like it's the messaging is whacker and just already selected for you. But like, this is how they're gonna whisper sweet nothings in your ear.
That's Malcolm X. The X-Man tried to warn us over 60 years ago about how the demo rats were not our friends.
Right.
And we shouldn't trust them or be devoted or pledge allegiance to them. Fuck no. That's why Sleepy Jim Crow could say, you ain't black if you got to decide if you're gonna vote for me or Trump.
Yeah, I remember he said it with his chest. That video's still funny. Everybody just rushed out to show how black he was, how black they were.
Because it's like
that's what happened. Y'all rushed out to show how black you were instead of
have
stand
our
up.
vote in the bag. They think all they got to do is come around every 2 to 4 years, and they got our vote in the bag. And it's like, no, it's a new day on the plantation. That's it. Working. We're gonna show up at all your little forums, meetings, whatever fuck, conferences, and ask you what the hell you're gonna do specifically for black people.
Yeah.
And then if you support direct cash payments.
Do you think they let us back in on Monday? Like you're like back to back like that?
Yeah, they can.
Because they really like that shit. You just think they let me back in on Monday?
They can't bar us from the chambers. We literally made that chambers.
They're gonna be like, oh God, she's gonna point at me again and tell me this is why I don't listen.
That's our chambers. They really need to change it to the Sekou chambers. That is our chambers. We made that shit what it is. Pop shut them foes down for like 10 years prior to me even showing up to the meetings. And then once I came aboard, it was a wrap. And I told him he sent us in this place.
Tell you, they would not go back in the chambers till they were convinced we were leaving the actual building.
That's just
all like this, like, oh, they're done yet? We're all the way at the end of the hall, like, that's fucked up.
When PSL had took over the chambers right at the start of the scan. And then they blamed it on the scandemic pandemic.
Man, really test the gangster on Monday, see if they'll let me back in the front door. It's where it started off with 3 officers, and by the time we were done, which was just 2 of us, in 6 minutes, there was
actually they got that collective bargaining.
It was 6.
They got more money for the police and more cars for the police and the sheriff.
Whoa.
The sheriff's got a raise.
Yeah, where is it?
Sorry. You're in Shabaka.
Yeah.
And how many people we done had die in the jail just this year alone?
They never came up with that number. Remember, they're backlogged. Nobody has an answer, right?
Yeah.
But
I would never let that slide.
There's whole articles about people getting killed in the jail.
Here, yeah. But they didn't have no numbers for what they did with the 1,000 something that just the homeless ones, right? And then what happened with all the COVID people? There's motherfuckers that had to stay in there. I don't want to talk about them conditions, but they're pulling the dead ones out the bag. You know what I mean? You notice Colorado's been doing a lot of egregious shit with dead people.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. And what they was doing.
Yeah, they're branding their slaves.
Well, the original mortician.
Yeah. I'm like, man,
recently.
Let me go. Yeah. Go ahead, Jesse. I'm sorry. Shabbat snoring.
Let me finish this clip.
Black men, we need money. We need job training. We need, the race soldiers off our back. There's so many things that we need to make it to feed our families. We need lower taxes when it comes to business. I just read that Trump wants to lower the tax rate for businesses from 21% to 15%. I said, oh, shoot, really? I said, now, see, I definitely can make America great again on that. Because, lower that to 15%. Doggone right. We need to lower business taxes. Let me tell you something. There are more and more black men and women in business today than I've ever seen in my life. So if you are a black man or woman in business, to hear Trump say he wanted to take it from 21% to 15%, you should be supporting it. You don't have to like him as a person, but that will benefit your business. So you can keep more money in your pocket so you can pay your employees a lot more. Because look at what they're doing with the tax money they do take, giving it to the migrants. I'd rather the tax money go to your employees or to your contractors, or go to maybe you can have extra money to give, different things in the community, or maybe you can create a scholarship. And that's something that's on my list to do, is to create a scholarship. I just got to get with the right, legal team to make sure I do it right. But I would like to create a scholarship that we can give to help, right? To help some of our children who want to go to maybe a trade school, or maybe a brother or a sister want to get their CDL or something like that. Because see, at this point, I really don't want to do colleges with any kind of scholarship. I'd rather support the trade schools at this point, because we are seeing that our people are getting so much in debt with these colleges and not benefiting. At least if you get a CDL, you get out, you go into work. That's how it is. You'll get your welding certificate, you become a pipe fitter, you become all different. Now, if you become a nurse or a doctor or things like that, petroleum engineer, things, definitely go to college for that stuff. And not to say we wouldn't support that sort of thing, but I'm just talking out loud. But the more money that we all can keep in our back pocket and not have to be paying it in taxes, there's more things that we can do within our communities. Now, Charles Barkley talks about 4 years they come around, black people, religiously. They show up at the black church. We see the shaming tactics. Of course, last time we saw the no voting, no bucking ad they did last time.
That was
the previous time was get your booty to the polls. To be sitting up here talking about targeting black men. Listen, you can get your booty to the polls all you want.
Going to get out with a leather dress for shit.
And that was so shameless for them to do that. And they'll let you know what they did. They didn't do that kind of ad toward, focusing on white men or Hispanic men or any other man out there. They didn't do that.
Right, they don't.
Bring those men policy because they respect those men. Black men, we don't have no respect for us because they feel we're nothing but degenerates and deviants. We don't care about our families, our community. We don't care about our businesses. We don't care about anything. All we care about is a woman's butt. You do what you do with the you spend more time trying to get paper than time you're gonna spend with that lady in that bedroom. And let's call it what it is. You ain't got your paper, you're not gonna get that bedroom action too much either.
Right.
So you do better.
I don't know about that. I just like
women in general are hypergamous. Not saying it's predatory hypergamy, but women get with men for resources. Women want to know if a man can keep a roof over their head, keep the cars running, pay the bills, keep clothes on the back of them and the kids, take vacations. If a woman wants to start a business, can he help fund that business to get her started? That's what a lot of women want. So how can we do any of that and we don't have no money? The Democrats, everything Biden talked about last night had nothing to do with putting no paper in a black man's pocket.
That's right.
Not a freaking thing.
That's right.
He has no agenda on putting money in the back pocket of black men or black people or the American public in general. He has no plans for that. And that's the problem.
There's Chewbacca's story in the back.
The interest rates so high.
Yes,
that's hurting the economy.
Not over there.
Interest rates.
He only had like an hour initially, remember?
Then you have nothing. And that's why these landlords are being predatory with rent, because people can't buy a home. Mm-hmm. You don't have a nation that people can't buy a home. People, squatting is all-time high now. During this administration, people squatting in people's house is at an all-time high. That's crazy.
You hear, Jesse?
But this administration don't have no plan. The only plan they have is flooding the zone with migrants. That's their plan. But they had no plan for the American people. So how do you expect a black man to be going out?
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
Huh?
This man was starting to bring you a dream.
Yeah. Bullshit.
No, Did you hear what he said? That State of the Union and put no money in a black man's pocket.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see, when you look at a keyword inside the word community, there's a what's that song by Queen Latifah?
Unity.
Yeah.
That word, like what they said
that over 30 years ago.
Yeah, it has been over 30 years ago, Chewbacca.
Yeah, and motherfuckers still ain't getting the damn message. You see what I'm saying?
It's been over 30 years ago since Sister Soldier ripped them a new one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, and Sister Soldier, if you're out there, man, we would love to have you as a guest, you know, on our platforms right here. And then also, too, speaking of platforms, not getting off topic, but those listens and shit that we've been looking at in the studio, folks, guess what? We're getting out there, okay, because the key is the StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and brushing up our act a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because we're doing a simulcast now.
Yeah.
About
Yeah.
minutes left of this clip.
How much?
6 minutes.
All right.
Oh, caving for Democrats. Then when they put out a poll in so-called reputable places like the New York Times, according to y'all, right? Reputable places, you still don't want to believe it? Right? But you're going to get a wake-up call because a lot of black folks are tired. Mm-hmm. And I told y'all, we got nothing but time on our side. Thank the Lord. We got nothing but time. See, their most faithful voters, every 4 years, they're losing them. And they're not replacing them. Nope. Because a lot of young people don't have no reason to go vote Democrat. For what? What are you giving young people?
Not a damn thing.
You're not providing any freaking thing. But at the same time, even though I know young people are tired or young people are upset, it's going to be on the younger people in the younger generation to say, hey, wait a minute, bruh. We got to make this change. Bruh, we got to get all them people that look like they belong in Shady Pines, get they behind out the way, and we need to go and take that over and change this nation where it can be beneficial to all of us. We all know what we need. We know what we need in the area of money. We know what we need in the area of work. We don't want to deal with no predatory have to come to the office. Why do you got to go to an office? If you're not at a TV station or somewhere, you just got to be in a particular studio, then why can't you work from home? Well, unless you work at a restaurant or something like that. A lot of these jobs can be work from home. Them people want you in the office. Well, you need to get back to the office. For what? Work from home should be a benefit. It actually is a benefit for companies because say, hey, you work from home, I gotta have this real estate. I don't have to have this, I don't have to have that. I'm cutting a lot of extra bills by you working from home. And as long as the job getting done, as long as the work getting done, what is the problem working from home? People not gonna sit up here and kill themselves on jobs no more for y'all. It don't happen. It's not gonna happen. People want their time off. People prioritize their mental health now. People not gonna be missing graduations. People not gonna be pressured to come right back to work after they had the birth of their child. But if they work from home,
right back. 2.5 minutes, okay?
You can get more people back to work if they work from home.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? See, when a woman takes off after having her baby, I've been around my wife and all of that and know how it is when women have a baby. Women can work from home after having that baby. They actually can. But they can't be getting up and going to the office because maybe they want to stay with their child. Maybe they don't want their child even in daycare, but they can go back to work working from home. So it still benefits corporations to have people work from home. See, if somebody got a cold, they can work from home. They say, yeah, I ain't feeling good, you know, but hey, I can sit in my bed and type, you know, do my reports, do my this, do my that. But going to the office, no, they can't do that. Going to the office is almost getting to the point of being archaic. Unless you got a job that people, you have to deal with the public, like you're working at Macy's somewhere or restaurants or, you know, repair shops or anything like that. But outside of that, people working from home. People are sick and tired of prison industrial complex. You don't have to sit up here and jail people like that. People can have home confinement.
Shabaka.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're almost done with the clip. Like
all right.
2-3 minutes max.
Okay, then after that, I'm going to have to call it a wrap for tonight.
Okay.
All right.
They don't want that either because home confinement gets rid of their prison slavery. See, we as the Gen Xers, millennials, and Gen Z, we got to change all that. Because I believe it's nonviolent offense, you should do home confinement. Just like we was basically all on home confinement during the pandemic. We couldn't go nowhere. We couldn't do nothing. We would get fines and all that. So why can't people do home confinement for nonviolent crime? Now, I think prison should only be for violent crime.
It's still too close.
Oh, but they don't want that. Not these people. But that's why it's on us to change things. Prison costs the taxpayer a lot of money. A lot of money. Home confinement, I think, is the way to go. But black folks are tired of Democrats. Tired. Because they don't do nothing for black people.
Right.
They don't give us no resources. They take from us and give to everybody else.
Yep.
And so black folks are saying, like, what's the point of voting for you for?
Exactly.
I'm not getting nothing out of it. The migrants getting it. The Ukrainians are getting it. They getting my money. The Asian community gets a hate crime bill. Y'all wouldn't even give me that. Y'all not giving us our reparations. Then in California, you're playing games about the California Reparations Commission. I said this in the last podcast, and I'm going to say it again. That California Reparations Commission actually was a stick that broke the camel's back. When Gavin Newsom and them Democrats pulled that stunt in California, right after that, black folks say, oh, okay, all right, I'm done. I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of it. Then in California, they're giving free health care to illegal immigrants. Then they're putting up a bill now in California that you want to give illegal immigrants housing. I'm talking about homes. Black Americans can't get homes, but they can. But they want to give them an opportunity to get a home. They don't even have. They're on a citizen of this country, but yet they trying to get. Like I said, I could stay in California. I don't know why any black people are still there personally. I know some of you like, nah, I love California. I don't want to leave, but I'm sorry. The Democrat Party is so anti-black. I could not stay there. I would want to pay a dime of tax in that state. And then I live in Texas. I never had to pay a state tax. So you couldn't even get me to move to a state that had to pay a state tax. I'll be so upset. Oh, I'll be so upset about that. What do you mean I got to pay a state tax? Forget that. Nah, I'm good with that. But a lot of black men are walking away, and that's good. And we're going to see more and more of it. Look, it's so bad that they even discussing this on CNN, of all places to discuss this. The Democrats, they keep this up. If they don't do reparations, at this point, they're done in November. But the way the Democrats are, they prefer to lose than give black people anything.
Wow. That was a hell of a way to end it. All right, Shabaka. Shabaka.
Yeah.
Okay, what are your thoughts on that? On your way out?
Controlling own commerce.
The Atlanta podcast, ladies and gentlemen, there was a new poll that came out.
All right, go ahead, Shabaka.
Okay, and controlling all economics, period. No, both at the macroeconomics and also at the microeconomics. You see, what is microeconomics? The science of information gathering, okay, of a business, of a firm. Then you have the individual returns, okay. Now, how do you deal with that? You see, the white boys always throwing some bullshit in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? There's always a catch-22. You see, and Donald Duck, he represents this shit. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Okay, but about the Democrats, Shabaka.
Yeah, I know they ain't no damn good either. None of them. Say they take our vote for granted every 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
They say they just know we're gonna vote Democrat, go third party. You know what I'm saying?
I wish we would go third party.
Mm-hmm.
But the third party ain't offering us none either. So
exactly.
We do then if we don't at this point.
Okay, have to cause an economical shift, like what happened with the Montgomery Bus Company in 1955.
Well, it's gonna be the shift. We're gonna sit this motherfucker out, or vote third party, and they're fucked.
Yeah.
It's a clear message to the Democrats. You can't keep taking our votes for granted.
Exactly. Because you got those, vote Democrat.
We all write in. If we do vote, we write in reparations now.
Right. See.
Or Jesse Paris.
Yeah, there you go. That's the only one I'm voting for.
So, okay. All right, Shabaka. Well, what is the remaining topics before you go are the State of Black American report discovers voters are starting to wake up and not voting like before.
Right.
That old coon ass Sambo Rambo Negro named Mark Thompson.
Okay.
For North Carolina governor. Said,
wow, that's sick.
Reparations. We had covered that previously. We got Democrats worried about New York Times poll, which shows black voters went from 4% to 23% for the dump in human shit. We want to make that perfectly clear.
Yeah, most definitely.
And then we got Jim Bojangles, James Clyburn, says black reparations are impossible to implement.
Damn.
Well, I figured that dumb bastard to say some shit like that.
Just gave up.
Mm-hmm.
Defeated ass.
No, that's that all-inclusive shit.
He's defeated too.
Yeah, he's defeated.
He said, as long as my family good, my grandbaby good, I don't want nothing, boss.
Yeah. I got plenty of nothing, and nothing is plenty for me, to quote Uncle Remus.
No, he got plenty of something, but he don't want the rest of his people to have that.
Right. Yep, you get no argument from me. That did just go to show the concept of resurrection of the mental dead.
Big time. Okay,
Mhm.
Shabaka, well, we're gonna bid you a farewell.
All right.
Yeah. Shabaka, what time you waking up in the morning?
Probably about 8 o'clock.
All right. Well,
Right in
you
time
call
for the food bank.
you're right time for the food bank. Give you a call in the morning early and see
Okay.
what's going on because it was kind of like out the loop. So let's see what's going on for because we still got part two or whatever. But also see out whatever we can chop it up with you. I didn't have a chance to
Okay.
talk to you today, so you know
All
I'll
right.
call you today. I'll call you in the morning. Sleep well.
Okay. All right. Okay. You guys have a nice night.
All
Okay.
You
right.
too, Shabaka.
Thank you,
Okay.
Chewbacca.
All right. Okay. Thanks for having me.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
Where everybody go?
Yeah, they're here. The numbers. It's all there. The numbers are there, Jesse. They're there. See, they're fine. Carry on. They just it's fucking look. They're right here. Everybody's all just moving around.
All right. What are your thoughts on that, Lady Shay?
About what? Black people. What? Which part?
Uh, about black people sitting this one out.
Oh, yeah. They've been saying that though. It has to happen that way. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to happen that way. First of all, you're not obligated to fucking take your motherfucking ass and stand in the polls. You're not obligated at all. This is your state is fucking blue. You don't even have to go that way. Just because your state is red, you don't have to go that way. You don't want very laziness, and you're not listening. You're just voting with whatever's comfortable, or because you have a certain comfort factor. You don't want to upset the balance of your friendship conversations, because you're happy with the fucking outcome of fucking race and white supremacy and the duopoly and fucking your money going to everybody but you. I mean, I guess we gotta stand in line and vote for whoever you think is right. Then it's both bad. You've experienced both, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, there's no going back from the fucking rush we had going on. Your money's fucking everywhere. The economy doesn't. They don't talk about it. It looks like it's whatever. But the bottom people are really not getting what they need, and we ain't gotta support all of this shit that's going on,
Right.
right? We gotta be like, oh my god, for other countries when them same other countries would not come over here to defend us, right? Bring no food over here. They're not part of no. They're not gonna send motherfuckers over here. We're having issues, and they're gonna send aid over there to them, to the United States. Yeah, right. When does that happen?
It didn't happen during Katrina. That's for damn sure.
Right. You know what I mean? They're not coming over here trying to fix things that are happening over here. We're really in an active war, man. Like, especially like shout out to Vicky Diller. The Black Holocaust is a real situation.
Mm-hmm.
You pay the black tax actively, every day, daily. So it's a real situation. Shout out Vicky Diller. It's a situation. It's been said that everybody wants to be lazy about this shit, and that includes us. Don't let the shade deflect the fucking message. This is on purpose. If you already know that they're gonna predict something, you don't really even gotta vote. If it's already laid out for, oh boy, red-haired ginger furky crazy ass Trump to win, and what the fuck? You don't even have to get in line. They already picked the person for you. They selected it. Just like this whole thing has been selected, right? We ain't seen shit. I ain't seen no Democratic nothings. I'm learning these motherfuckers. I learned just the other day. Somebody just on the Democratic ticket. First of all, I didn't think he was a Democrat. Jenk from Young Turks. Now he's like, I'm suspending my campaign. What? You're still in it? I didn't even know there's other Democrats in it. I didn't know you chose to be a Democrat for whatever reason. But I didn't know you were you. I didn't know they'll even let you talk. Right? There's a lot of shit that like everybody's just suspended. Fucking Tim Scott, like, you know what I mean? All that showing this is what they're gonna do, like these ideas of how to pander to black people. Like who did you write Chat GPT on how to fucking get black people's attention and they gave you the corniest answer?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's taking pictures with fucking AI black people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Black ass motherfucking shoes with no giddy up. I don't think anybody's gonna make any hoops playing those shoes. No,
Right.
you got no bounce in those shoes. I look at them like, first they look hard as fuck. You ain't playing shit on no court.
Right.
You know what I mean? You might as well just go ahead and say you want to break your ankles and you
Right.
want the bottom of the fucking sole just to bust wide open. It's not glued down right.
Yeah.
You be talking to this, but making a sandal. Yeah, it looks all fucking, Confederate too. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
And it's gold. Like this isn't fucking McDonald's because Ronald McDonald had them fucking bright as yellow shoes, yellow red shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and they're big as fuck. I
Yeah.
felt like big Ronald McDonald motherfucking shoes from Trump.
The clown shoes.
Right, the clown shoes, and he got a poked out tee. There's no brand on this shit. Just because he made it, he's not Adidas, he's not Nike, he's not. You know what I mean? Who created this fucking crap?
It's the Trump brand.
It's not like who's buying Trump shoes for reals and wearing them outside?
People were buying them. I have not.
Who's wearing them? We seen anybody rocking these fucking Trump shoes? Like,
No.
it's a 9.5, and
So-
it's like a total 11.
Because Charles Barkley said he was going to attack any of them.
I was throwing shit too. And like, come on, man, do better. Go shoeless. Fuck it. Before you put your feet in them shoes, I'd rather look poor like a bum with no shoes on my feet than these motherfucking big ass shoes that are probably 2 sizes too big, regardless. With a puffed up non-brand tee, it's like wearing Nucleus. You know what I mean? Back then, when everybody was wearing other shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, good. I'm glad y'all waking up.
You wear Payless shoes and shit. I told you not to worry about the numbers people are in there. You know what I mean? Like Payless shoes, no name brand, but they're hella. These ones are like buy one get two free. You know what I mean? Like there's fucking. Who created that? Who said this? Let's paint them orange. Let's paint them gold. We'll put this cheap ass rubber on the bottom. Puff out the T with some stars. No fat laces. Ankle. Really? I thought they were dipped in bronze for a second. I had a whole bunch of different thoughts. None of them were like, hey, that's a decent looking shoe. I think I might want that in my collection. I don't even like shoes like that, but I was like, oh, let me just go ahead and throw $9,000 at this shit. Fuck it, I got it to lose. There'll be collectors. They'll be collectors for the dumpster or fire. You know what I mean? Somebody had those shoes and I was homeless and they had those shoes in their tent. And I was cold. I would take those shoes and throw them in the fire. They guaranteed 10 minutes of warmth. Easily. Maybe 15 with the rubber. Real shit. I'd be like this, like bump. Those shoes need to be fucked. Just stop. He said anybody wearing a fucking t-shirt with his face on it. You're just being a hater. You go to jail, Charles Barkley. You could have a mugshot t-shirt. Then you're just jealous right there. God, he looks so big talking to that man.
Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora news.
That lady's bright right there, huh?
Now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay
I see a little
informed.
eyeball. I see you.
Yeah. So I'm moving along to the State of America report. Discovery voters are starting to wake up and not not voting like before.
I can't tell in our city.
Diverse perspectives.
Having a real lame.
Insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective.
Are you eating chips too?
African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
Are you eating chips too?
The National Urban League finally released the results of their annual State of Black America. And they concluded that our civil rights and economic progress are being threatened by what's going on today. And when I read it, I'm like, well, what progress you talking about? Over the last 60 years, apparently there was some progress being made, and I guess, maybe the Civil Rights Act of 1964, where we actually got some sort of voting rights, where our ancestors went in there and, changed the trajectory of how we live today. Now, within that article, it cited things like the income gap, saying that it would take almost 3 decades for the income gap between white people and Black people to close. Also talked about higher education and a whole host of things. Now, the president of the National Urban League, Mike Morrill, said this: doors have been open in higher education, government, and the private sector in the 60-year period. That's important. Every measure shows progress. But he also goes on to say, but I would have thought we would have been much further along than we are in 2024 with respect to achieving a sense of parity in America. And it's like, how you thinking that when you all go and, root for the Democratic Party, who does not root for Black people? Now, I know the Republicans don't root for Black people either, but the Republicans, traditionally, they haven't been the ones knocking on our doors, going into the churches and telling us to vote for them, because they know how a lot of Black voters feel about the Republican Party. And they also know that the Democrats, more than anybody, benefits from Black voters. It's just a fact. And so you're surprised, you thought we'd be further along. It was like, how could you, when we're voting for a party that does not help us, like you say they're going to help us? In fact, they help everybody else. Surely you cannot really be thinking that. But as I delved more into the article, I was like, okay, so this is what they're really tripping on. Listen to this. The view of Black civic participation is also mixed. While the percentage of Black Americans registered to vote stood at 69% in 2020 compared to 64% in 2000, the percentage of Black people who voted in 2022 stood at 42.3%, a drop from 54% who cast ballots in 2002. There you have it. They talk for themselves. They're worried about Black voters not showing up.
The fear is real.
It was more in 2002, and it was less in 2022. So what they think is going to be this year, in 2024, especially with all of the information that's going out from new Black media, right? People who are looking at Black people saying, hey, stop voting for nothing.
Right.
That's going on. The migrant situation, they're giving them the resources that they said they was going to give y'all, but ain't gave to y'all. You seeing all this money go all overseas, helping everybody else's country, but Black people are suffering and struggling. That's why I'm like, well, what progress is, are you talking about there at the National Urban League? See, that's what they try to tell us. But we're at the point here in Black America that we can no longer believe our lying eyes, right? We can no longer believe the liars in the White House, specifically the Democrats, because we see what's going on. We heard Joe Biden say, y'all have my back, I'm going to have yours, but he's had everybody else's back but Black people. We see that he's got the backs of the migrants and Ukrainians and Afghans and Israel. He's got everybody else's back but Black people. He's the one that's talking about, I'll be damned after I be made responsible for what my ancestors did 300 years ago. He's telling Black people, I'm not going to do nothing for you. She said it infamously, I ain't going to do something just for Black people. No. But yet, wonder why Black people are starting to show up less and less and less to the polls. And in fact, in 2024, you're hearing a lot of Black people saying, I'm voting for the couch. Now, for those of you guys don't know what that means, it means I'm going to sit my happy Black self on the couch during election night or day or whatever. I'm going to be eating some popcorn. I'm going to watch the returns. But guess what? I'm going to sit it out because neither party, the Republican or the Democrats, have anything for me specifically as a Black person. They have things specifically for everybody else. But when we ask for our reparations, well, we ain't got it. Where we find the money? Our ancestors wasn't responsible, but they want us to show up.
So they're at the National Urban League. You know what the issue is. And don't try to make it seem like somebody is threatening democracy and they threatening our votes. No, it's y'all. It's y'all that get hand in hand, locked up with the Democratic Party, helping to sell your people more of nothing. But now you're starting to see that black people are like, I will not keep showing up for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to the booth, it should be a give and a take. Okay, I give you my vote, and I get to take a tangible from you. You should be giving it to me. I shouldn't even have to take it, right?
Right.
So they're at the Urban League, National Urban League. You know how to fix it. Go knock on Joe and Kamala's door and say, hey, if y'all want black people to show up to vote, then y'all need to show up for them. Not just with lip service, but get your mighty pen to some paper and write something that's going to help black people, like reparations, a hate crime bill, police reform, and a whole host of other things. They're tired of listening to y'all talk. Now get your fingers and do some walking and make it happen for black people. Otherwise, in the years to come, you're going to see less and less and less.
Right.
Show up because we waking up. So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetria K Show, here on YouTube.
And do the same for Frontline Black News.
Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, Charles Barkley
I love it at the thing you said.
definitely not a person.
I love it at this. Look. You see it?
No.
Put it up there. You did it.
What?
This picture, you did it. The kid.
Oh.
The kid's funny as hell. Tears.
Twin's still in here with us. Appreciate you staying up late with us, Twin.
Yeah, Twin out and ran out and burned the whole show down.
Oh my God. All right, so what's the take on this report that the news is
It was, well, shit, it's been a whole wave, man.
from
It's
the
like,
urban
them too, man. They're just in line like NAACP and, you know, ACLU and shit. All this, it's like, come on now. Gary, come on now. Slap yourself. I'd be like, what the fuck did they expect? At some point, the message was going to get heard, and people were just going to start pulling their head out their ass and decided to say, fuck this shit. Let it all burn. I don't want this shit. I don't care. I'm going to hold out because I'm tired of living like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, eventually, it got to say that because you don't take us seriously. So fuck you. You don't need my vote. I mean, you think you need my vote, but you don't really need my vote. You don't talk to regular black folk. You know what I mean? Because that's too much. That's too much. You can't handle a conversation with regular black folk.
Right.
So you go to the church where everything's passive. You pander.
Why are you going to the church? What happened?
Shit, you know? Huh?
What happened between separation between church and state? What happened with that?
I just think they say shit and don't even act it. They just say shit. They don't really do nothing about it. Don't really show example of it. You know what I mean? They just talk. They just look, and then you gotta pretend in your mind that it's actually happening, but it's really not. Just saying, just big words, just saying shit. I feel like, what did they expect? At some point, we're gonna be like, no, I can't do it no more. I can't. Yeah, I don't want to. And right now, everybody's talking themselves into the good times of Trump. Okay? Do that too if you want to. The good time. They're talking themselves into it. You don't have to talk yourself into it. It's already freaked out. It's already selected for you.
They're talking about the times of the stimmies.
Yeah. Fuck that, man. He had to give the stimulus to everybody. Motherfuckers needed it. He had to. It wasn't like specifically for black people. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to talk about this reparation shit. One really wants to having these real deep conversations, right? And at this rate, it's looking like 8 to 10 years until they get all this shit together. Some might get this. No, do better. Because everything they're going to put through, somebody's going to fucking kick it out.
It's all stalling tactics.
Right. Studies, doing this, doing that, it's fucking stupid. It's all stupid. It's this distraction for whatever. We're supposed to be pacified. Just shut up and sit down and take it. Don't get upset. Don't say nothing. Just take it. Vote this, vote that. Don't black people look how happy you were with Trump. Oh, if you say so. Some people are gonna talk themselves into it.
Yeah.
It's a problem, right? Look what Biden did. Biden's been doing fuck shit forever. You know what I mean?
It's a half a century.
Right, easily. You probably couldn't possibly think he was gonna do right. And then now, look, come on. He really wanted to win something. Anybody really he wanted to win something? He'd really make an effort. Like they were non-existent on the border for like how long? Like damn near 2-3 years. Nobody can find them anywhere about that. Nobody want to talk about that, except they want to talk about other wars in other countries that you got to pay here, and the Americans got to pay for over there. You know what I mean? And then wonder, like nobody's asking, well, shit, why pay them? Give them all this money when they wouldn't do this for us. They're not gonna be sending cargo with this shit and doctors and motherfucking. They're not gonna be helping, control our shit, and they're not gonna be going to their city council, whatever the fuck that may be. You know what I mean? Say, please cease fire in the United States. Come on, cuz, stop the cap. They're not gonna do that. They don't care. Especially when it comes to other countries talking about, foundational Black Americans and the fucking the vitriol there. That's unsaid is said, unsaid is fucking, still a conversation. You think they're gonna send? You think anybody's gonna send us a package if we go something bad happens over here? They're like, oh, let's go help the United States, right?
Come on.
Somebody gonna say, hey, we're gonna send you to the United States if you don't stop fucking with these people. Right. Sure. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to accept your shitty dollars don't matter no more. Right. You know what I mean? Dollar don't mean dick. But we will fuck with your other resources that you refuse to tap because you're over there pillaging our shit. So now we're gonna pillage over here, fuck you, that. You know what I mean? So you let your people starve and die and hide in fucking under the bunkers and shit. We're terrorizing them. Think anybody's gonna come help us?
They're starting to go to their bunkers now.
Right. Do you think anybody's gonna come though? From other countries, but we got your back, USA. Here we are. Hell no. Don't even believe the hype. Not even Canada or Alaska. They're silly. They're gonna be like, fuck no, look at my cabin. I ain't gonna worry about you fuckers. You're on your own. Hopes and prayers. Hopes and prayers. I'm mad about that because, this is a cease this, do that, stop that. We don't spend our money over there. They ain't listening. But those other countries ain't gonna come over here to help. They're gonna keep sending their shit over here, and we're supposed to take care of it. But when it's gonna be our time, they're not gonna show up, like all the time. Like they don't do it anyway.
The U.S. caused
Over again?
What is it called? Destabilization.
Oh yeah, right.
About a decade ago.
Right. This is what they're saying. They expected some sort of dramatic change from the time of immigration. I watched that one movie with Taraji and them doing that integration shit to vote on that, right? I can't remember the movie, like word for word. It's like a big title, right? I think it was Best of Enemies or some shit like that, right? Oh, and I was like, God damn, man! Like, you would think that they would have made a bigger movement, but you think that's the way racial white supremacy is designed to not move us forward, to not, you know what I mean? You talk all this shit, but they're not doing nothing for black folk. So can you really ask yourself, be realistic? Did you really think it moved somewhere? The census is always the same. Numbers are always the same. They're about 13, now it's 16. 60 years later. 16% population. 15%. No. It didn't go nowhere. In fact, it got worse.
It's easily 30, 40%.
Yeah. One time there's only 16% black people or some shit, remember?
Yeah.
I raised up a little bit, allegedly. Only because they're asking all kind of invasive questions that you don't have to answer really. I mean, you can, but you don't have to. Except the most important part. But like, it's not a. Is it a requirement? Are you going to go to jail if you don't do census? No.
No, they gonna send the ambassadors to your door.
They don't do what?
Remember the Jabba-Do?
Well, yeah, you didn't do the census. Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to do it. Right? Because I was hiding something. I just didn't want to do it. Felt like they were just being too invasive. They keep asking me the stupidest questions. What the fuck does me being? Because let's check the fucking message. Obviously mixed, right? We'll go black first. Right? 3 races, 3 ethnicities, right? So what the fuck does that have to do with if I have this or I have that? Right? They ask you all kind of fucking vague questions. Do you recognize yourself as a woman? Are you from the United States? Are you you know what I mean? Aside from being a woman, my age, fucking ethnicity, what language I speak, right? If I was born in the United States. If I have somewhere to live. What other fucking pertinent dude? That was like a fucking 24-page fucking census thing that they kept fucking with me about.
Mm-hmm.
What are your assets? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Just know I exist. Check the black box for me, and keep adding it to the percentage that's non-existent and fucking coon-like and fucking indoors. You know what I mean? With their friends.
Okay. Well, Lady Che, was that it for your report?
I didn't do nothing change. I'm ready to move on.
All right. Well, I'm glad our people are finally waking up.
I think it's a game. I think that it's like, why are we talking about like black people are waking up? Why are we addressing it? You know what you should have been doing. They acknowledge you fucking pretending to be asleep and then, I'm woke now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So it's selective. Go ahead, Jesse.
Okay. So the next topic is
The Asian jacket's weird.
Mark Thompson.
I feel like creating a ball of cheese in this little jacket.
Fullest male running for. Damn, before it goes to a male. Foolish male running for a new North Carolina. Excuse me, North Carolina governor says black people owe reparations. This fool again. Mark Thompson is his name. This raccoon right here. So Lisa gonna give us the update on this clown.
It's the election season of the coons.
The Coon of the Year award goes to him.
I don't know. I already nominated Sarge. I'm not taking it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I spoke about this foolish piece of crap before. And
why do they dress these big ass like this?
One thing that was told to me
God.
and this was from somebody that lives in the South.
Please stop dressing like this.
The biggest pony you will ever find live in the South.
Yep.
I bet he got brown shoes on too.
People will say things, and sometimes at that moment,
brown shoes on. I bet he has brown shoes.
Because let me tell you, I've been around my share up here in the North. So I know these people are all over. But they were telling me that it's exceptional
weird shit going on his hands.
Get down in the South.
This
was from North Carolina.
His hands. I'm like, oh my God.
Running for governor. And Trump recently came out and said that
definitely on some ass and shit.
Steroids, which couldn't possibly be correct because this man has so much disdain for people that look like him. When you see people that have a lot of self-hate it's always bad, but in this man's case, it's critical. For real. It's at a critical level for him. So he, being a reverend, should know that at the end of a captivity, there is nothing in the Bible that says at the end of a captivity, the people that were in captivity owes reparations. He couldn't find that in the Bible to save his mama's life. But when you're trying to impress those that don't look like you, yeah, you'll stand around and sound like Stephen all day long. And that's what he does. Every time he has to say something about the Black community, it's always some scathing remark.
Right.
I have not heard him open his mouth and say one decent thing about the group that he comes from. This man should be put in a permanent trash dumpster, as far as I'm concerned. That's where he belongs. That's where his thoughts belong. And that's where his self-hate belongs. It belongs in the nearest dumpster.
Damn.
So, you know he is a coon because I have seen countless pictures of him in red, white, and blue. Countless. You know, not that he's much to photograph because, you know, just looking at the size of him, we know he
body's awkward looking, man. Like somebody that's very uncomfortable in his own body, like.
So
like an awkward built motherfucker. Like, I know.
It's one of many
weird looking, man. I would hate to see, like nothing else, like over chest.
And we already know cooning don't come with
weird ass hands.
And Mark Robinson will learn.
What's going on in the minds too? I can see on the side.
So he comes out of his pie hole and say that Black people owe reparations. So he said you should be paying America. You know, they don't owe you.
What?
Well, when reparations are given, Mark Robinson, I'll take your portion since you feel that it's not necessary to have. I'll take your portion then. Okay? And the funny thing is, if they did give reparations, coons like them would not get out of the way trying to get to it.
That's the way life works.
And many of them know they're being dishonest, but, you know, this is what the crowd that vote for them, this is what they want to hear. So really what I think he's doing is a hustle. I really do. He knows what his predominantly white constituents,
right.
He knows what the constituents want to hear.
He can't be getting up talking like that.
And, you know, if you say anything against our group, not much of anything's going to happen to him, and he knows that. So let's get into it. North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, he has a proposal to end the debate for reparations, and he said, what if instead of Black Americans being compensated for the atrocities of slavery, Black people paid reparations? First of all, let me just inject this in. Mark Robinson, that's not going to shut down the calls for reparations.
That crack must be hell of fire.
You're putting some idiot.
Hell of fire, man. Like special crack right there.
You didn't think deep or hard enough about what you're saying.
Oh my God.
Nothing. You're going to still hear calls for reparations, demands for reparations.
Man must be stellar.
Bringing it up over and over. Damn.
Stupid.
But this fool really believed coming out in the media and making this statement is shutting it down. No, but you couldn't begin to scratch the surface on shutting it down.
He's stupid.
Robinson, who is Black, well, I don't claim him. Do any of you out here claim this man?
No, I don't even know who he is. I give up. Fuck him. No, hell no.
is currently running for North Carolina governor. If you want to tell the truth about it, it's you who owes Robinson.
Wow, cuz
this is what I think.
Are you sure he's not on drugs?
What I think Mark Robinson
Jesse
should do. Since he believes the people
are you sleepy?
Come from enslaved
smoking drugs, cuz
reparations. Because guess what? He got slaves in his face.
Sound like he stuck his chest
Native
shit.
North Carolinian.
He's dumb.
And I think you should lead by example. Since it's your idea, America is old reparations, I think you should start with yourself, Mark Robinson, and dig deep in your pocket and start paying reparations to America. Don't tell everybody else to do it.
Right.
You tell everyone else to do it. You do it. You dig in your wallet, go in your bank account, and start paying America reparations since you think that's what should be done.
Right. Who's it paid to? What paying black men more money? Stupid.
Think about it, Mark. Instead of buying the next
he's stupid
back rib dinner, take it and pay it to the U.S. government for reparations, since you think that should happen. I think you should be the first to do it then.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what his study gonna look like.
I really do. Why do you? Oh, he said because somebody in those fields took strikes for you, and those fields were ended and slavery was ended. Somebody had to walk through Jim Crow for you. Actually, nah. We're still technically in Jim Crow. As long as we are not being treated equally in this country, which we never will, because these folks have demonstrated they have a serious inability to be fair. So don't hold your breath on them being fair now.
Well, this whole Biden's still in office. I mean, it doesn't feel like that.
Jim Crow. All right. So then he goes on and said, somebody fought
and I'm not gonna know what time to run because he didn't send me that.
Our people fought
in the story and sleeping on punches, eat chips, and has a bunch of
Revolutionary War, the Civil War, World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War. Actually, we fought in all of their wars. Mark Robinson, I think you need a history lesson. That's what I think you need. So then he goes on and says,
give him back.
Live less than because they didn't have what you have and they didn't have it for you. Well, Mark, all of those things would have had to happen for you too. That means your family made sacrifices for you. How did you get to where you are? You know, you just a typical N-word that took advantage of the system to get to where you are. But then when you get to where you are, you crap on everyone else. We've seen Daniel Cameron do this. You do it. Larry Elder does it. Jesse Lee Peterson does it. See, when you get to a certain position, you sit there and crap on your people. But didn't somebody make sacrifices for you when you were being raised?
Right.
I bet they did for your unworthy ass. I bet they did. And then you decided to make it all the way up there to lieutenant governor. And instead of being grateful, you decide to crap on your people. That's what all of you coonets do. You know, all of you raccoons do it. Candace Owens. You know, all of y'all do it. You as soon as you get to a certain position, you take that position and spend all of your existence now crapping on your own people. I don't know who's supposed to respect that, And the people that you're catering to and doing that for, eventually they're going to turn on you. They're fair weather friends. They're not even worth having as a friend. But you, in your case, when they turn, because they already done turned on Candace, and see when they finally get around to turning on you, man.
I'm surprised they even let him have the mic. Really?
So if all of those things were done for us that you're mentioning, then it would have had to be done for you too. So dig in your pocket, Mark.
Realize he's black.
Dig in your pocket and pay reparations to the U.S. government.
He's in your pocket. Oh my God.
By the people that look like you. Lead by example, Mark. Use all of those reasons to pay reparations to the government. Now you do it first since it's your idea.
Damn it.
So Robinson, who former President Donald Trump compared to Dr. Martin Luther King. Well, Donald Trump's an idiot for making that comparison. Donald Trump is dumb as the day is long for making a comparison between Mark Robinson and Dr. Martin Luther King.
Oh, come on, man.
Dr. Martin
You're
Luther
enough.
One thing about him was he loved his own people. He loved his people. And he put himself out there to fight for his people. Mark Robinson hasn't done that a day in his life.
Right. He's doing the opposite of that.
Luther King was alive, Mark Robinson probably would be in his position trying to fight him.
Right.
That's the kind of person he is.
He's stupid. This is it's for Trump too.
Donald Trump. He is a man that likes his raccoons. And he is making a comparison that's a false equivalence. Dr. Martin Luther King and Mark Robinson would be complete opposites of each other. Dr. Martin Luther King would not be standing around saying that his people owe reparations. He said, no, you cut the check. They owe us a check. We're coming to collect our check.
Right.
That's what Dr. Martin Luther King was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So he and Mark Robinson wouldn't have anything in common. The two couldn't be further apart. So Donald Trump don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Mm-mm.
So Robinson placed the primary blame for the transatlantic slave trade on Africans. Well, then you would only be part right. Okay? See, these folks here, they keep making this argument that the one that sold the slave is worse than the one that purchased the slave. And that's a BS argument. That's a BS argument. Because the ones that bought the slave put us through our forefathers, through the worst atrocity in the history of this planet and continue to do it to this day with mass incarcerating our people with a lot of innocent people in the mix and jailing them for decades for a crime that never happened.
Yep.
So when you say they are to blame, then who is to blame for all of the atrocities that happened after that purchase? Who's to blame?
What are like? Do they have answers to any of this shit?
It seems to me that Mark is a bootlick. Mark is his favorite mess, never to be blamed for anything.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't have found a better raccoon than Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson is he definitely is one. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Robinson is who we need to spend our time ignoring.
Right.
When he faces his downfall, I will be applauding that downfall. I will.
Oh, yeah.
And if he loses that election, down in North Carolina, I'm going to be the first on the video to drag him to kingdom come. Yes, I am. Now, Mark Robinson is running against Josh Stein, who is the state attorney general for governor. So these two are going to square off against each other for the governor's seat in North Carolina. So actually, we're not that far off from the election for the governorship. And he's a strong contender, but Josh Stein could actually clean his clock at the end of the day. So y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think about this piece of crap and what he said. And as I'm going to end it the same way I began it. Mark, since you are a Black man and you are a descendant from slaves in North Carolina, then you should lead by example and pay the state of North Carolina reparations. Since it's your idea, you should be the first to do it.
Oh man, how much is it over there? You just give it the white man back his buddy. Then he got to eat for a little bit. It's like this is where he wants to put it anyway. And he puts his face, with the he's stupid, but like that was the stupidest shit I ever heard. And he really was serious, like this, hey, like dude, who handed him the mic and asked for an opinion? Whoever did that shit gotta be slapped. Because they set this amusement up. You know what I mean? Like, just say what's on your mind. The drugs he's smoking. Top shelf must be grade A. Straight out the motherfucking other country. Straight direct pipeline to him. Stellar. No step on. Like, he's fucked. Like, just high as a motherfucker if you really truly say that bullshit. Trump too. Okay. Philip Barkley, man, come on. Like, come on.
Let me say, what are your thoughts on Rambo sample ass nigga?
He's high. He's gotta be. Like real high. Like, I mean, straight out the pipeline. No crush. No chopped up nothing. Just straight fucking chemicals. He's stupid. No, what Black person's listening to that bullshit? Well, no, take that back. Let me back that bill. I know there's some. I've heard some. All right, no, fuck that. He's stupid. Trump. Hey, Trump had a little comment there too. But I'm like, who set this shit up for him to speak? They're the first ones to get it and then let it roll downhill. They're the ones that, let's have him, fuck that. The first thought that had him come on the thing and take the mic and say that bullshit need to be slapped so hard. Ancestors feel it. Twice. Hear it? Stupid. And you vote him for you vote him in, you're just asking to be you're just asking to go along with his program. Are you serious? He didn't say, just kidding. I was playing. I don't think so. I think he really means it. He's fucking. I was like, damn, he must be high. Stupid. Trump too. So, yeah. What do you think?
I don't support this sample ass nigga.
I couldn't. I suggest you get locked down for reals and get some real mental health help. Make medicine for this type of bullshit. Really. They make medicine for it. Chill the fuck out and don't say stupid shit like that. That's stupid. He's stupid. I mentally took a mental note so I can listen to it later because it was funny. What's the next one?
I think I'm going to end it here because I'm trying to doze off.
Oh, man. All right. Well, family, go ahead and end it. I'm gonna go on the RVA. Go ahead and end it.
Okay, well, let me start sharing my screen.
What are the leftover topics? The camera's all weird. It's bright.
Yes, we got twin dying over here.
Huh?
That twin is cracking up.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
What are you laughing about, twin?
Mark Thompson.
You said he's laughing about?
I mean, he might have been laughing about something else, but. So the remaining topics that we were not able to get to are.
Go right over to the RVA.
Democrats worry about New York Times poll. So black voters went from 4% to 29%. They're dumb. That's a human shit. We want to make that perfectly clear.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Representative Jim Bojangles, James Clyburn.
Oh my God. That's another. Oh my God. Fucking comedians, man. They must be doing some really good drugs. Somebody let them talk. Somebody let them have a mic and an opinion. And this is what they do.
Yeah.
Don't even speak if you're just gonna say the stupidest shit. Like, just let it go. Somebody said, "I want to hear what he has to say." I want to hear what fucking he has to say.
Yeah. So.
What could he possibly say at this point?
5-1 says that black reparations are impossible.
Oh my God. Well, if you left it up to them, of course it is. We had all this time to show that they weren't lying. They don't want to do it. Any reason to not do it, okay? So leave it up to them.
The black reparations are impossible to implement.
Well, yeah, because, if you leave it up to somebody, they're going to keep moving it around and say no to it. Of course it is. Of course it is. Keep in mind, they got to educate the crackers. They need to know what this is for. They need studies.
For the studies and the commissions.
And financial literacy courses.
Ooh,
Like people how to deal with their own money. I mean, I think everybody's made it through a certain part of life where they got to deal with money and people. But they talk to black people like they're dumb and they need financial courses. They don't know how to read. They can't do math. Or let alone make the right decisions. Gotta have the white man think for us. So at this rate, if you go along with that shit, of course it's impossible. Look how impossible it's been. But not impossible for every other off-brand fucking shit that isn't black. Not impossible for them. Not impossible. Not impossible for pussy popping. Not impossible for 5-cent pretendians. Not impossible for Asians. Not impossible for Jewish people. Not impossible for other countries and their wars. Not impossible for that at all. Black though, fuck, it's impossible. They don't have the money. They don't know where to get it. The deficit. So you let them keep telling you that, of course it's impossible. It's been like that. They made it impossible. No matter what you do, they're going to keep saying, nope, fuck no, they don't get nothing. Let's give them a study. Drag it out for 3 years. I want somebody to say, you take this motherfucking study and shove it up your white ass. Stupid. No. Study what? Why don't you study fucking the back of your ass because you're stupid? No. I think we could use a study. Like as somebody said, I think we could use a study. I think we need financial literacy. And they're like 60 years old. I'm like, because at this point, you don't know how to manage your money. You can go to the bank, they'll teach you. Fuck that, you want to embarrass stuff. Go on YouTube and learn how to balance a budget, like budget your checkbook. You know what I mean? Put some bread on some prepaid cards, separate ones. Stick it under your mattress. Like just learn how to put some change in a jar. Say no. What are you talking about? Don't spend money where you can't. Don't live beyond your means. Pay your bills. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. That's pretty simple. That's pretty fucking simple. What the fuck we need to study for? For that. It's not a lot of math. Look, I got this much in my check. I got this much space in my bank account. And I need this much money for gas. And, outside essentials, like I don't look like I got a bread outside. Maybe I might want something. Take a little bit of change. The rest I'll put on a prepaid card. You know what I mean? I'll put some over here, some over here, some over here. Some of the bank account, some of the savings. Put some under the mattress. 50 cents to change jar. Fuck it, I'm good. Do that, man. Fuck it. Go back to basics. Go back to basics. Don't overspend. Don't borrow no money. Only take what you can afford. You know what I mean? Don't live beyond your means. I know just because they are, you need to look like you are. Fuck that, man. Who gives a fuck at this point in time? If you're lucky you have clothes and fucking a place to live. Or you're trying to show out and shit. You know what I mean? I just want to do studies and did like the last little reparation shit. Swear to God, all I heard was financial literacy. That's just blended in with the word salad. You know what I mean? The fucking ambiguous language and the all-inclusive conversations. Man, you have to, it almost felt like they were forcing you to accept it. You're like, what? What did we do the last 2 years? They weren't even listening. Mm-mm-mm. Go ahead, Jesse, I'm done. Everybody come over to RVA because I got some funny shit to laugh at over there. Jesse, you gonna close it out?
Yeah. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Go to RVA.
Mm-hmm. All right, so thank y'all for tuning into this episode of the Front Line Blacc News, Season 3, Episode 49, Part 1 of the Front Line Blacc News. We'll be back tomorrow or later on today for Part 2. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. In the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe to all of our platforms. Frontline Blacc News on YouTube or Facebook. The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube or Facebook. And the Resurrection of the Mental Dead on YouTube or Facebook as well.
Is it on YouTube and Facebook or is it just on Facebook?
It's on it's on Facebook and Twitter. Not X.
I thought you meant the live page, the Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Or both pages are open now. Huh? I guess he fell asleep on me. All right, family, go to the RVA. Stay black, stay dangerous. Thank you for participating. For Frontline Blacc News, it's been a hard day for everybody. So hopefully tomorrow, let's pray that everybody's okay and they have a little bit more energy to. This is like rare. Look, it's at 2 hours and 58 minutes. I'm surprised. So, I'm gonna go start the RVA in like 10 minutes. So be looking out for it. It will be on YouTube. The Revolutionary Agenda. And so we'll have some fun over there because I got, oh my God, the local shit I gotta talk about in Denver. That's just fun, some of it. So, yeah, come on over there. Killing some time anyway. So, thank you. See you all later. Stay black, stay dangerous. Hold your vote like you hold your swiller. Go for the couch. Cut the check. And talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Shabaka and Corey, for being here, and so we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, Jesse, for hosting.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and tomorrow's my brother's birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday to your brother.
Yeah.
Happy to see that. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow or later on today.
Yeah, I'm
Peace.
going to RV8, so come over there.
Twin, thank you for tapping in with us.
Yeah, come over there, Twin. I don't think anybody's going to be moderating the channel as they sat there and watch me not, like jokes. All right. All right. Talk to you in a little bit. Thank you.
Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all.